It is pretty warm. It's the middle of the day too, but that won't bother the players too much. I think they just absolutely just want to get out there and express themselves. So good to see so many people and the action, Ricky Schroeder.
Some phenomenal action, phenomenal skill on display. Taking a look at Helderberg's tries that they scored in their first encounter. And you can see this team knows how to get the ball into space. Play between backs and forwards, absolutely phenomenal. And they've set the marker, they've drawn the line in the sand. They want to play in that unofficial final come Monday.
They definitely do, yeah. But they look a polished side, and they really have got a lot of pedigree in their team too. And we'll look through those teams a little bit later on.
Backwards.
So the next question here, as we see with GROOTBRAK RIVIER up there, they scored some glorious tries. In fact, 6 of them in total during the course of the game. The kicking at goal was a little bit wayward because of the wind, but we saw some exceptional tries. This was probably one of the tries of the tournament up to now, with Abrams, the fullback of GROOTBRAK RIVIER.
I'll put up a man of the match performance, as you could see, with that assist as well. Finding Johan Somerset, fleet-footed young man. Barberton hit back with 1 try at least. Abila. But it was all GROOTBRAK RIVIER as Sydney Falkveen accelerates through the gap and shows the opposition he studs, and with her.
No question about it. You know, they've both got victories, so they're playing as the 2 winners of games 3 and 4. So it is a great opportunity for them to show their worth. And yes, I mean, look at the crowds that are here too. I know GROOTBRAK have got a fair number of people that have come to watch them. Helderberg, naturally, coming from this part of the world, down in Strand, Somerset West. And a club with a great tradition too. So there's the captain of GROOTBRAK RIVIER, Marcus Smart, and all that he's got to show, besides the victory in the last game, was a yellow card.
Yeah.
But he won't be too worried about that. He's a big fella. Helderberg, well, interestingly enough, their captain and their vice captain are both on the bench today. So Conway Pretorius and Linjay Hendricks are the 2, but that doesn't really matter. There's always someone to take over that role. And there's your man, Kyle Bender, who will captain the team from the lock position today.
Kyle Bender will making everyone at Hottentot Holland High very proud. Leading out this Helderberg team. As they say, last few prayers. But the GROOTBRAK RIVIER manne, they are ready for action. They're standing by. And there the man is, probably the heaviest man at the tournament, Justin Williams, affectionately known as Biggie, 155 kgs.
Yeah, not probably, he is the biggest. So there's Carl Bender's team then, and well, a couple of changes in their side as well from the first up game, but that's also got to do with the rotation policy, giving everybody an opportunity. But if you look through this team, there's so many players here that have played at provincial, at junior provincial level, and that have been to really fashionable rugby schools too. For GROOTBRAK, well, they also have a fair sprinkling of talent, but also experience in their team too. And their coach, Johan Laram, has a long history of coaching down in the southwestern districts, in the area of George and Mossel Bay and environs. So Habri Philander will be our referee for today's match, and carrying on the good tradition of the referees, who I think have done an outstanding job to date. Really complimented the type of rugby that the teams are playing, because they all want to run with the ball. Applying the advantage law is just so vital.
Stay wide, come back, wide, come back.
So kick downfield is quite a big one here from Rushwan Abrahams, who's been a standout fullback in this tournament.
Play of the match in the previous match, or their first encounter. Rushwan Abrahams,
Half a meter, gents. Half a meter.
educated boot, but also very dangerous from the back. Very elusive runner, quick feet, knows when to join the line.
Adrian Grootebrak with the throw in.
Happy play on. In there. Contact in there.
There was contact while the jumper was up in the air, so referees are
Contact
very
in
strict
there.
with that. And Ricky, you might want to just share with the viewers who might only be tuning in right now in terms of the law, the tackle law, and the adaptation that's needed there.
So in the past it was usually above the collar in the neck area, but as soon as a tackle is executed above the sternum, that was a clear indication to the referee that is a high tackle. So the refs are very aware of that, and I'm sure the players as well, something that's been coached.
Well, it's important to remember that. So JJ Stover getting things into the territory of GROOTBRAK. Who's going to strike
Stay
first
onside,
in this
move
game
back.
would be the question.
Stay there and use it.
Arden Lee Meyer rather. Yeah, the kick, that's a nice little, what we call a tori. A torpedo kick that's taken field play right down towards the 10-meter line. So the wind has picked up a little bit, Ricky, but it's still not, it's still conducive enough, the conditions, to playing running rugby.
On Thursday night it was absolutely pumping, but Edgar Cyphers implementing the old school torpedo tori, as Gavin Cowley pointed out.
Happy stay.
HELDERBERG safe in the line out, well taken as well there by the captain Bender.
Play on.
But ball taken away here by GROOTBRAK.
Step.
Over the top from Meyer. Difficult ball to catch, but beautifully taken as well there from Marshall Doman. And they've really opened up some space here. This is good running from HELDERBERG.
No, leave it.
Luke Hertz. This could be a really tight game. And I know that there's a commentator's curse that's always lurking around us. But I think these are two teams that this could be a really good contest. Counter ruck, but out it comes. That's beautifully taken. Luke Hertz coming through. Oh dear, that's going to be a penalty. And is that going to be a yellow card for deliberate knockdown, as we so often see? I fancy not, so it's just more offside. Now the Stover kick at goal here.
Okay, number 10. Number 10.
Ref definitely going to have a word with Edgar Cyphers. Playing from an offside position right there. Slap the ball down as well. Probably just a warning. Can be very lucky in that case.
So Stover deciding to kick for the corner. Done a good job with it too. So they're not kicking at goal, pursuing the option of a maybe a pushover try. Yeah.
Edgar Cyphers, a guy that GROOTBRAK would not want to lose right now. Had a fantastic first game as well. Not scared to take on the line.
Boys,
discipline needs to be maintained by this GROOTBRAK side.
Grootebrak to the back of the line out.
Own players,
Wasn't it?
Play on.
Now all of a sudden, here comes GROOTBRAK. Masters it, stealing the ball from the opposition. Interestingly enough, GROOTBRAK have just made 2 changes to their team from the first day. They've unfortunately lost their captain, Duke Janchis, who's injured. So they've got a level of continuity with the guys who are playing, and it's pretty much the same with HELDERBERG.
Now the biggest challenge would be for both teams is just that conditioning, fitness levels of these players. Very quick turnaround time with recovery and all.
Crouch.
But HELDERBERG in the 22 of GROOTBRAK.
Heavier pack of forwards that they've got. So nice, that's very neat players. A lot of room to move in here, and it's opened up so much for them. The long pass, has that gone forward? Let's just wait and see. No, the referee's given it as a try. Almost seemed like it might have drifted slightly forward, but a good finish that on the right wing there by Owen Engelbrecht.
But it all started with that inside ball to Luke Hertz. He's shown how quick he is off the mark. Realized Engelbrecht is all alone on the outside. Bounce of the ball in the favor of HELDERBERG. First team to score points in this encounter.
I was just watching Marshall Doman, the scrum half of HELDERBERG, who just had so much room to move in. And Ricky Schroeder, former Lions and EP King scrum half, you would enjoy that too. There was just seemed to have so much latitude to move in. Stover, I think he might have got this dead right, and he certainly has. No, they said no, it's crept around that upright.
Looked over for all money. But such good vision by Luke Hertz. And he's shown that the left wing has shown how quick he is off the mark, looking for work as well. At that moment he combines well with his number 14 over and Engelbrecht.
Back to Marshall Doman as well. I'll tell you, when you see a guy who's 65 kilograms in weight, you must know he's got some other things up his sleeve. And he's quick on his feet. And he was the start of that move that led to the try. HELDERBERG, nice play from them. This is excellent play. Now here's another chance. The kick through, which way does it go? It bounces favorably for Abrahams. Everybody can play the ball now, no problem. And there's no offside. That's gone forward, surely. Well, I'll tell you what, there's action aplenty here in these opening minutes. Head contact, so it's a quick take from Marshall Doman. He's not on the right spot.
So actually another new law that's been implemented. If the ball carrier's head cannot go lower than his hips when carrying the ball into contact. And therefore the penalty against GROOTBRAK Rivier. Marty Bayman tucking into the collision. Remains the responsibility of the ball carrier to keep that head up.
It's an important point that. So here comes HELDERBERG again now, looking very, very strong. Neat, clean line out from them, and then they got stopped there. Here comes Bender.
Turnover is good for us on the ball. Leave it now, Brett, leave it. Leave it, turnover is good.
Now, has that been turned over? Yep, GROOTBRAK have done a really good job here in dangerous territory. Kick downfield from Seifel. It's a massive kick. But well fielded at fullback there by Jean-Ray Lucas. He's got through the first tackle, dodging the second man, and then caught by the third.
New advantage also.
They really look full of running, HELDERBERG, don't they? And they've got some extra space there, but they'll come back for the transgression a little bit earlier, which will be a penalty for a high tackle.
Well, that's clearly above the sternum. In the neck, collar area by Ezra Matroos. Therefore, the penalty once again to Helderberg.
So Stover's just waiting for Bender's indication of what we need to do. Kick for the corner once again. So GROOTBRAK struggling a little bit to get out of their half of the field. Perhaps also not getting the right amount of possession, quality possession that is.
Helderberg with 4 opportunities to go to post and get some points on the scoreboard, but it clearly indicates that they want to score tries. They want to rack them up. But the lineup needs to function. Their rolling ball needs to function.
Grunewald's throw in is perfect. Here comes the Helderberg machine. Supported by some big fellows up front. And the stoppage point becomes Williams there. With his 155 kilograms, just trying to hold them up. But as a unit, they've worked really well. They've kept the ball going back now. Down they go. There's another chance for them. This time the carry from Jürgen Dorfman.
Way too many penalties this area of the field. The ref might have a chat to the captain.
Well done, Ricky Schroeder.
I've been reprimanded on numerous occasions in my career, Gavin Cowley.
Well, of course you would be. You're a flipping scrum half, that's why. Always up to no good. You and the happy hookers.
I can tell you, Marcus Smart is not a happy man at the moment.
Tap and go is the call. They're quite happy to pull their forwards up as well, so that ball held on the ground.
No!
Quick take there. And a rush out there from Chisholm Gelderblom. Now, I don't know why they don't just go for that line out, because we've seen 2 good line outs from them. Good catches, good drives. And the tap and go doesn't always work that well. Well, they don't agree with me, do they? There we come. Give it to some of the bigger guys to carry it up. Tristan Leach, part of that mix. Oh, this time it goes the other way. So we've had a large number of penalties in just 11 minutes.
Tristan Leach carrying that ball a little bit high into contact. Makes it very easy to stop and then turn over as well.
Safers kicked that. I thought it was going to end up in Velddrif. It's a huge kick downfield. A little bit of a breeze at his back. So that's brought a semblance of relief for GROOTBRAK Rivier.
Kudos to them for weathering the storm. Wave after wave, Helderberg came, setting up the phases, but GROOTBRAK stayed cool and calm.
Motley Bayman with the throw in, short line out, lost, and Helderberg, here they come. Dorfman carried some valuable meterage there. You can see everybody on the front foot now and working well for them. That's a good clean out. Excellent passing, opening up space. Little dummy thrown there by von Baumann. Now in the middle of the field is exactly where you want to be. You've got options either way. They've given away those options. Somerset there, but he's knocked it on, so they'll have to come back. Yeah, he's disappointed because he knows he's got the legs to outrun just about anybody.
I don't think there would be a few people that would have caught him if he stayed in control of that ball. Unfortunately, as he went down to ground, lost control of the ball, and therefore scrum going to Helderberg.
Is this our first scrum?
Crouch!
First scrum of the match.
Yeah.
Bind! Sit!
No, big test. Let's see how this goes now. In fact, I think it's the second one. There's one a little bit early on. Down it comes there from Barman quickly. And lovely sleight of hand here from Helderberg. Opened up space. It's going to be a brace here. A brace for Obain Engelbrecht, second try of the match, and perfectly executed from a set piece.
Now Engelbrecht, he knows his way to the try line, but it started up front, the foundation being laid by the pack of forwards. Go for it, ball, and then slick handling. Oh, ball in two hands by Visser. And there's speed aplenty on the outside in Engelbrecht.
This time not a difficult kick for Stover. Picks up the extra 2 points, and they're into double figures, are Helderberg.
Helderberg's doing very well at the moment. They're getting into the right areas of the field and then executing their game plan, and that is drawing the defenders in the middle, creating the space on the outside for Engelbrecht and Hertz to do what they do best, and that's score tries.
I think the one area where some of the teams haven't quite got it right is when they've got the wind at their back. Even although it's not a vicious wind today, is you want to be sure that you're playing in the right parts of the field. And we're not seeing enough of play being driven back into the Helderberg 22. And GROOTBRAK rather just carrying the ball. Clive's got to take control, kick it down into the corner, put pressure on them in their own 22. That's not happening.
And they've got very capable kickers in Safers and Abrams, which gives them two options to relieve that pressure.
Krunewold's got a five-man line out. We've got some good jumpers there too. Bender on that occasion, but it wasn't in straight. So they've got an option here. GROOTBRAK, do they take the line out or the scrum? They'll definitely take the scrum, I think. It's always a key question, that isn't it, hey? I mean, I would ask you that, you know, do you want a scrum here or a line out? What would you do at this point in game?
Well, if I've got 155 kg tight head in Justin Williams, then I'm taking the scrum.
And 130 kilograms in Kennedy on the other side.
Crouch!
Now, we've seen a number of tries being scored from set pieces, but more particularly from scrums, which is not that usual in modern day rugby.
Keep it up, gents.
Pick up at the back. Nice play that as well from Gelderblom.
Release now.
It's going to be another penalty, this time against Helderberg.
Pause with the hands on the ground.
Slap in front of the posts.
Hands on the ground.
Word from the referee, hands on the ground. Players have got a tendency, when the ball's on the ground, to go past the ball and then scoot backwards, which you're not allowed to do. Gustavus, or rather Cyphers has been told to kick for the corner. We want tries.
Now, there was a long team meeting. Lachlan Smart looking at the rest of his pack of forwards, but this will be the first visit to the opponent's 22. And GROOTBRAK would want to convert this into points now, but it starts with the accuracy in this line-out. Hartley Bayman.
I have to play on.
To the back of the line out there, well taken as well. And here they come now, and they over. Yep, that's excellent play. Together they got over there. And Unroy Rulofse is the try scorer.
The Helderberg opposition completely disintegrating. And you can see how much it means to their supporters. They are on their feet now. We asked for accuracy in the line-out. Back ball by Bayman. And just completely no opposition in front. And Roy Rulofse scores the first try for his team.
Abrams with the strike, and It's definitely not over, so referee blows his whistle, I think.
Let's go!
They're going to have a water break, I think. Are they? Yes, time for a water break.
I was chatting to one of the doctors just in the little break we had. He said one or two players were suffering from dehydration a little bit, so they implemented this water break on the 20-minute mark just to ensure that players are getting enough fluid and staying hydrated in weather conditions sweltering today. It's hot in Saldanha.
Yeah. It is very warm out there. As I said earlier, a little bit like a berg wind. Right now, there are 7 points the difference there. Both teams having scored tries. Helderberg an additional one. Both of those belonging to Engelbrecht on the right wing. Actually, that's one of the nice things, Ricky. I don't know how many games you played when there was a water break. In my time, there were no water breaks. And we waited for the oranges at half time that was sliced up. But this is also an opportunity to just recollect where you are and what you can do.
And it allows for the coaches to get information across. Sometimes they sitting at higher positions and can see exactly where the areas are that the teams can exploit. So it just allows for coaches to get the necessary information onto the field. And we see this in Varsity Cup, of course. But when I used to play, I think there was a water shortage because we had no water breaks either.
Well, this tournament's not being played in Joburg, so there's enough water around, I think. But I tell you, there's a lot of good support here as well, and travelling support too. You know, people think that it's just the Saldanha community that's here, but you know, people have travelled some distance. The SAFCOL team comes from Grabo. Last year, I remember they brought 11 buses down of supporters. So rugby is very much alive and well. Well, it's alive at club level. How well is the next question? You know, there's obviously still lots of work to be done, but this is very good.
And seeing the people turn out in their numbers, I think it indicates that it remains very important, or the heartbeat of South African rugby. People enjoying their club rugby.
Stover, it's gone 10 metres, and then the tap back, it's gone a long way back, unfortunately. Is that a knock-on? Yep. So
Lost it forward.
the net result is a good one for GROOTBRAK.
Okay.
Yeah, Ricky, you know, I made the point with you on the first day that, you know, the New Zealanders have always said that club rugby is very much their heart and soul. Without that, they would never have the strength that they've got at the most senior level. So, and I think that's probably true anywhere in the world. You know, you need a good foundation, and it's fine having, we have that with schools in South Africa, but then we lose the plot in between there and provincial level, where clubs have struggled, but they're coming back into their own.
Boy! Sit!
Martin Lee Meyer with a put in. He's got a steady scrum. He's had a steady scrum all game, which has allowed Gelderland to pick it up at the back, which he's done again. Now the little chip kick through. Which way does it bounce? Oh, not favourably enough for Somerset.
Going back for the penalty.
Somerset has, I don't think he likes first halves, because the first game that he played, there were so many disappointments for him, and then suddenly the second half he came alive and scored 2 tries.
He was denied twice in that first game, in that first half. But the man they call Jam, he hit back with 2 phenomenal tries, so hopefully we'll see that today as well.
It's the middle, gents.
Nickname Jam.
Jam.
Not strawberry jam, just jam. But nothing to do with his hairstyle.
I think his favorite packet of chips is knickknacks as well.
Gotta be, gotta be. Right, the throw in now from Bayman. To the back they go, but I think it was
We lost the ball. We lost it
a little bit unsuspecting there for the players. I just wonder sometimes, Ricky, too, you know, there is a little bit of a breeze blowing and it makes it difficult. the banker ball is the answer, isn't it, up front? But we're seeing a lot of the throws right to the back here, which is your best attacking option, of course.
I think what Helderberg did there, they closed
Boys, come, let's go.
that front option.
Let's go,
They show that they'll compete up in front.
Crouch!
So GROOTBRAK, we haven't seen anything of Elroy Having
Bind!
the inside centre. He's a powerful runner. There you are. It's Meyer who gets things underway. And again, it's a strong scrum, and again, it's a penalty advantage. But here comes Somerset. There goes Somerset as well.
Thank you.
So they'll come back for the penalty.
Modern Lee Meyer and Gelderblom playing against the wheel of the scrum. Makes that space on the blind a little bit shorter and smaller.
I don't think I've ever heard a crowd cheer so wildly when the scrum is chosen. Do they know something we don't know?
I think they really believe in their man Justin Williams and Hendrik Kennedy to give the necessary go forward when it comes to scrum time.
Well, he's ready to rock and roll. I don't know what it's like for a front row forward, but when you run on and you see your opposition, you have a look at the numbers and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm up against that guy.
Bind! Sit!
So Meyer again solid scrum. That's again a penalty. Now, can they finish this off somehow? Very disappointing. We're going to see a card quite soon, I think.
You're clearly under pressure.
Yeah, it does. When a team is under that sort of pressure, it's inevitable that someone's going to get a yellow card.
This can be a big turning point in this game for GROOTBRAK Rivier as the supporters get behind him. Jurgen Dorfling having to spend some time in the sin bin, but this can be a big moment. GROOTBRAK now wants to exploit the 15 men and they have on the field against the 14 of Helderberg.
They called for a scrum again, so they've got another penalty as a result. Another scrum. So we've got a new man on the field in Rue Nivout, former Western Province under 21 player, so he's got quite a job to do here.
There's also a possibility of a penalty try if Helderberg continue to concede penalties at scrum time.
Think you're all good to go? Time is on?
Well, let's wait and see what happens then. Spoiling the contest a little bit with all these scrums, but it's an integral part of the game, of course. So Meyer is silently gliding along quite nicely with the knowledge that his team is going forward at scrum time, which opens up things for Gelderblom at number 8 to pick up and go.
And we've seen how effective he is from the back of the scrum, Chesney Gelderblom.
Oh, he's a strong carrier over those first 10 meters or so.
Stability, boys.
Hit his hands to the
Get
contact
up for me,
as
get
well.
up. Thank you. Stay.
Well, it's gone the other way now. We saw the head pop out there. Was it Justin Williams? Head just popped out of that scrum.
Well, there was a definite attempt to try and go for that right shoulder. GROOTBRAK open up that blind side, but unfortunately coming in on the angle, and popping up there, Justin Williams. Attempt of that right shoulder to open up the blind side, and immediately takes out the flanks out of play of the opposition in Helderberg.
That's my middle, boys, half a meter.
Penalty against GROOTBRAK.
Yeah, somewhat disappointing one feels for them too, because they were going pretty well. Groenewald to the front of the line out. It's a decent ball that too. You've seen the centre three quarters, Quinn Visser and Gwen Bowman really coming into play for Helderberg as of yet. Also two good quality players. One played for Western Province under 19, the other from Paul Boys High. But here comes a possibility. Wow! Can we get a third? Back in field. Oh, dearie me. Bowman, the man from the Strand, unable to hold that pass. And I just wondered if GROOTBRAK could have got over himself.
There was still a little bit of distance for GROOTBRAK, but Kieran Bowman would be disappointed in himself. Played at Paul Roos as well as a youngster. Very skillful player as well, the outside centre. But for all, he should have held on to that ball. I think he saw himself scoring that try already.
Did you mention Paul Roos there?
Yeah.
So why are you surprised? You're not taught to drop passes there.
Crouch!
Ricky Schroeder alongside me, of course, was there.
Bind!
And, at the school, Paul Roos, a wonderful nursery of rugby players over the years.
Kieran Bowman was actually my grade 8. He was my grade 8 when I was matric.
Was it your skivvy?
Okay. Penalty on the far side. Number 1 of us. No. You're a shame, Palm Rock.
Everybody looking to try and rush things there this time. Bowman.
Wide one.
Just settle
Collapse.
down. And I'll kick for the corner and trust their
Thank you,
line
Zoe.
out. They've weathered the storm well, have HELDERBERG. And now they could actually reverse that
Zoe.
by finishing off and getting a try now. It's the one thing that the GROOTBRAK guys don't want to do is give away a try here now, because a converted try starts to push HELDERBERG some distance away. Big scoreboard pressure.
It will give HELDERBERG a lot of
On the
confidence
line,
knowing that they
wide.
could do it with 14 men on the field.
Kelly happy.
And there they come,
Outside.
in fact. There they go, and they've got the try, I think. Almost all too easy.
No, nobody's in front.
I'll tell you what, the GROOTBRAK coaching staff are not going to be happy at all. Brilliant play there. We've got Carl Bender and Shane Kennedy, the two big men in the HELDERBERG team, very much part of the line out there. It goes to the front. There's the little whip around. And there's the try.
I'm sure they practice that on the training field quite often, with Bender being accurate in that line out and then passing it on to his lock teammate Shane Kennedy to score the try.
Pretty tough conversion this, with the wind blowing across the face of goal. And struck it well, but there you can see it just pulls away. Stover's kick was headed in the right direction, but the wind just took it away. Nevertheless, they'll be quite happy with those 17 points. They've had to fight back to a large extent after spending a considerable time in their own 22.
Shane Kennedy also represented the Sharks under 19 and a teacher by profession, changing the next generation, or having an impact on the next generation leaders.
Vital cog in the
Back
South
by
African
Black.
education system, of course.
Black on was back by Black.
Pass is just going a little bit awry at times.
Was
there.
back by Blacks in the forward pass.
A
Scrum.
rough
Black
pass
ball.
there from Sydney
That's the
Falkman.
mark.
HELDERBERG just aren't allowing GROOTBRAK to really get some rhythm. And they must take credit for that too. You know, they're putting enough pressure on them.
They're up in the faces of GROOTBRAK. Also need to make sure they secure
Crouch.
the kickoffs.
Bind. Sit.
Ah, Doman, does he have a look at the blind side? No, they're going open side. Stover. Whoa. Wow. A thumping tackle that the recipient of an GROOTBRAK, the double try scorer, is absolutely pummeled to the
Kicking
deck.
the ball out of the rock.
Have a look at this tackle. Oh,
Roy Havanga.
I spoke about Elroy Havanga. He's a tough boy.
GROOTBRAK did not expect that tackle out of the blind. spot. He thought he's gone for all money, but
Lane is in middle.
Alroy had different ideas.
Grootbrak, former Paul schoolboy from Stellenbosch. That's not gone in straight, unfortunately. One also
Option. Stop.
commiserates to a certain extent with hookers on a day like today. You know, throwing the ball into the line out's not that easy.
Oh, the wind is very deceptive.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carl Bender
go.
catching it on the
Crouch!
outside shoulder. Immediately indication for the referee that it is skew.
Bind. Sit.
Lee Meyer with
Use.
the put in.
Use for me.
Clean ball for him, no problem.
Stay on side.
Safers. It's a very good kick that. There's no support there for, oh dear, has that gone forward? Yeah, I'm afraid it has. And that's one of the most important things to do is players to get back to help the guy, unless he's just going to kick it out, which is the other option he has. They chose not to do that. And at club level, very often you'll try and take the man on because you want to run with the ball. Have a look at it. Could he just kicked it out?
Thank you, Jabian.
I don't think Luke Hurts backed his kicking boot. He's looking for Jean-Red Lucas, but like you've mentioned, Gallard Cowley, work rate without the ball. You need to work harder to get into a position.
Crouch.
Make sure you are not in front of the ball carrier, but Luke Hurts definitely not backing his kicking ability in that
Bind.
occasion.
Sit. Steady, steady. Stability square.
Grootbrak have got 6 odd minutes here to get some more points on the board. It's vital for them to score before half time. So they bring the big man in, Elroy
Tackle now,
we
release.
spoke about earlier.
Release back.
Help carry that ball up. And Martin Smart, the captain of the side. Everyone waiting to see when the big men get brought in here. Well, are they going to need it? No, they maybe not. Somerset. Well, I assume he scored. The referees awarded the try, and it was touch and go. It was so tight there on that far side. But that dive of his, I think, really helped the cause. Third try in this tournament. Yep, 2 tries on Thursday, 1 today, maybe more to come.
Well, it looks like there's method in his madness. I mean, 2 early errors by John Somerset, but this time, good through the hands by Sidney Falkwane. Finds his winger. Shows his athletic ability, getting over in the corner. And now, the GROOTBRAK Rivier crowd, they are cheering.
So HELDERBERG punished for that yellow card, making things a little bit more difficult for them. The conversion, unfortunately, is wide. Still, they're into double figures. So 7 points the difference now. And I'll tell you what, there's a real ding going on here in the crowd. They've got plenty of support. Have GROOTBRAK.
John Somerset showing he's ready to execute anyone standing in his way.
Was that what his message was? I was trying to work it out.
Stay wide, stay
Man,
wide.
he hardly touched the ball today. Wendell Piet with that kick downfield. He's on the left wing. The ball hasn't really gone his way. Good, strong, important tackle that made too by the winger. HELDERBERG, when they get going, they really look full of running.
Advantage.
GROOTBRAK
Number
just
20
a little bit
never
too eager to
onside.
get off the mark. They want to get in the faces
Number 20
of
never
HELDERBERG.
onside.
You've got to make sure you're not in an offside position.
In 2 minutes. Shot.
Somewhat of a rush defense, but 42 tackles made by GROOTBRAK already. Missed 7. HELDERBERG only with 18, and you wonder how demanding and how challenging that's going to be on the bodies in the last 20 minutes. Almost double the amount of tackles on the side of GROOTBRAK.
It's an interesting point that in particular because you're playing 3 games over 5 days, 4 days,
Let's go,
4.5
gents.
days in fact. This time it's a better throw in. It's accurate from Grootbrak. Got the reliability of Shane Kennedy and Carl Bender as the lock forwards. That's legally run and some good play there. Androy Rulofs are coming away with it. And a kick down here. That could be a beautiful kick. That's exactly what they should have been doing. What we spoke about earlier in the game. Push the opposition back onto their try line.
Yes, you called it earlier, Gavin Cowley, and the crowd, they agree with it. 10 kicks from hand. Pinning Helderberg deep into the 22. That man, Edgar Seifers, a very educated boot.
Toby Titus in the middle of picture there. Long serving administrator in South African rugby, Western Province. Here they come again, GROOTBRAK. And they get another try. And so they have. Wow. Is it Rulofs that's got over? I think it might be him.
And it's game on.
Second try then for Rulofs. It certainly is game on now.
Minute and a half before half-time. Androy Rulofs gets his second try, and he says, "See." Ronaldo's celebration. He's got the number 6 on his back, not necessarily CR7, but good patience on attack. And we're playing advantage, the referee, for the more collapse, but Androy Rulofs finds the little gap. And there he goes. He says, "I'm just as good as Ronaldo," the football player.
15 seconds left.
So this one to even things up. The conversion's good. Brilliant little conversion there from Meyer.
And if we think of the mental aspect, just scoring points before halftime, the team that scored just goes to the dressing room with a lot more confidence. As the supporters showcase that they're proudly on their chest, they are supporting their team.
He's trying, he's focused on the ground.
Brookie is the name of one of their nicknames of one of the players. I can't remember who it is now. But that kick gone directly into touch. And there's no hooter for half-time. The referee's whistle is gone. And so the stalemate will continue into the second half. Incredible game. There's 3 tries apiece for these two teams. Not too much difference between the two teams.
17, HELDERBERG 17.
It is at half-time. So 6 tries, and they've been glorious tries that we've seen too. A real tussle. Helderberg started so well, GROOTBRAK finished well. Half-time here at Saldanha Bay Stadium. Helderberg 17, GROOTBRAK Rivier 17. in a huge contest here. And I'm pretty sure that that's going to continue into the second half. A little bit of a breeze advantage to Helderberg, who are not kicking off. They will be receiving from this kickoff. So it remains to be seen who can actually make some early domination in the second half. Again, I don't see, I'm not sure how you see it panning out.
Helderberg will definitely utilize the win. Game management is going to be very important. Meyer,
short in touch, so it's quite disappointing that one feels as well for Luke Hertz, because he wasn't too sure where that touchline was. Caught the ball with his one of his feet was over the touchline. Have a look there as he catches it.
16. Okay. Boys, on the onside.
GROOTBRAK now with Bayman with a throw in.
It's 5
Some reliable forwards there, and here they come. Wow. One man who's already scored a couple of tries. Rulofse in the forefront of that with his red scrum gap.
There's the ball available. Stay onside. Stay. Stay. Sorry.
Big boys asked to carry the ball up. That's going to be a penalty.
no daylight shown by Adrian Groenewald. He was formed part of that tackle. He needs to show daylight, and then he can go back and compete.
Question time, yeah, I think they're probably going to go for the line out. Easy kick over for 3 points, but I think they'll... This is a good way to stamp your authority at the start of the half. If you can get points here on the ball, a pushback.
Ons gaan geen toeskouwers meer toelaat op die stadion nie. Baie dankie vir die samenwerking.
Keep the scoreboard pressure, try and go for that 3 points. Keep the scoreboard ticking, but if they manage to get their rolling more, which is very effective, then it would have been the better decision.
And the lineouts have worked so well, and have a look at this now.
Advantage.
That's another penalty there for deliberately collapsing.
Number 4
I think,
penalty
the ball.
advantage. Stay onside.
So now Meyer, which way does he go? Looks for one of the bigger men there.
No hands.
There's enough of them around.
And he's onside.
And Kennedy. But there's a lot of industrious loose forwards on the field today as well. One's got to say, here's a chance maybe. Yep, can they get over? That ball might have gone forward, I think.
Have advantage there.
So they'll come back for the penalty. The referee was playing advantage. You might see an action replay of what we saw just now. A kick to the corner. And
on the line, 15.
A well-worked line out and the possibility of another try.
Number 4. Okay.
They're definitely backing their more.
Well, the penalty was against Shane Kennedy.
Maybe on a penalty here, can you make it quicker? Scrum?
No, Helderberg must.
Interesting.
Initially,
Right ball?
I think why not? They do. Just must be careful of not giving away a penalty again with trying to get that right shoulder. We know Gelderblom loves attacking the blind side with the 8-9, but this Rulofse, that's number 8 at the moment. Oh.
He's a strong carrier of the ball too, and I can understand why they've got him there.
Now stability.
Perhaps with full intention of a pickup if they can go forward, which they've done. There he comes. Yes. There he comes. Rulofse's got a hat-trick. What a day for the flank forward. For those that can't count, he's showing you.
And his coach, he loves it. Rulofse scores his hat-trick for the day. But again, kudos to Justin Williams getting that right shoulder. It creates the opportunity on the blind side. It takes the flanks out of play immediately. They need to work a lot harder. And with Rulofse's space, he's going to go over for all money, and there he goes again. Cristiano Ronaldo. See.
Mayer with a
15 seconds
conversion.
left.
Got one over so far. And that one's gone wide, definitely. No question about that. So just 5 points in it.
I think Rulof's having an outstanding game, and his celebrations also going with it. Fantastic. Fully aware of where the space is, exploits it. And I think after this game, he's going to call himself AR6. Compete there with CR7.
Well, a decent enough exit there. They didn't get plenty of territory from that kick, unfortunately. But good clean catch. Often you see when you've just scored a try, often things don't go your way. Maybe it's a knock-on from the kickoff or whatever. So GROOTBRAK very accurate as far as that's concerned. Helderberg now with an excellent line out. And in fact, an even better maul.
There's the ball.
Out it comes from Bowden. Well, we haven't seen the ball go through the hands to the extent that it was doing right there with
Advantage.
Helderberg.
Let's first get away.
They've got a penalty.
There's the mark.
Tap and go is the call. Stover
Never
goes by
onside.
himself. Oh dear. A knock-on coming there
You were never onside. That's
from Erard
You were
Lampert.
never onside. Cynical infringement. Off you go with a yellow card.
Looks like Sydney Fulpain. Cynical play. Played. Never retreated 10 meters and still imposed Helderberg mean to get that ball away.
Yeah, this is potentially danger time too. You know, you've got a guy now on the bench. You've just got to try. Things are going well for you. And now you put your team in jeopardy.
Helderberg not taking the points on offer, deciding to go for touch.
Time is on.
You see that Neil Matthews has also nipped onto the field for GROOTBRAK. Changes being made fairly early in the second half. Stover making sure of his touch finder. Now it's over to those men in the line-out. The line-outs have worked well for both teams. Oh dear. Commentators curse again.
Groenewald will have another opportunity at it. Keep it simple, front ball.
Wide step.
Leon Compion, who's former Paul Jim Boy, who's on the field at hooker. Will have the throw-in, his first throw-in of the game.
Okay, Black have to step. Thank you.
But options towards, is particularly towards the back. Kennedy with a jump. Kennedy with a catch.
That's fine.
Helderberg with a drive.
Short. No.
Just so close on that occasion. Now the penalty has gone the way of GROOTBRAK, and I'll tell you what, they are delighted.
Why not? Helderberg just a little bit impatient. Skalkberger breaking away way too early. They were over the try line. Skalkberger, he saw something else.
Yeah, very important as well for Edgar Cyphers to make sure that he gets that ball out. It's down to fine margins now, I think. You know, I mean, we're heading up towards the 50-minute mark. Still a half an hour to go, plenty of time. Cut down your error bus as much as you can.
Now he's not inside.
Good strong take.
Go back, number 18, go back. Once.
GROOTBRAK, Malcolm Smart, the captain. Out it goes. Now, a kick downfield, straight down the middle of the field from Cyphers.
Leave it.
I think the counter-attacking opportunities might well come, and Yellow certainly
never
do.
10 meters.
I'm not sure how you would see it, but one of the important things is that you've got to have a penalty strategy that is well understood by everybody, because otherwise the first pudding that's there decides to tap and go.
Zou het weer gebeuren, gaan daar weer veel kant komen, alsjeblieft. Met de woordmeneer mannen, als ik een strafschop geef, moet die mannen 10 meter terug voor niet tackle maken. Zeg zo.
Such an important point, Kevin Cowley, is everyone needs to be on the same wavelength. If you have one guy making his own decisions and the rest of the team is not aware, it just disturbs the rhythm
Now let's
of
go,
the team.
Cappy.
Thank you. I think Schalkberger was definitely not in control of the contact area there. Stuart Jacobs also snuck onto the field. Very talented rugby player from Strand.
Yeah, I played under 19 and under 21 at Currie Cup level.
Model.
Another one of the quality rugby players that are part of this Helderberg organisation. Now, very important line out for them. Tap down is a favourable bounce that they got. I'll tell you what, when some fresh legs come onto the field, suddenly things start happening too. Rolled up, well, it's going to be a scrum this to the GROOTBRAK guys, which they'll be very happy with. Helderberg shooting themselves in the foot sometimes, I think.
Players running off individually. And Error Lamprecht just took that ball into contact a little bit upright.
I see Rulofs is back on the field.
These players are very sneaky.
Very, very sneaky. Somebody else coming off right now.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
In fact, it's McNeil Matthews that's coming off.
Overextend.
Oh, this time the penalty is reversed. Now, yeah, again they decide, let's go quickly. And can they get over?
This time it pays dividends.
It hasn't paid dividends. There was a knock-on. Can you believe it? And it's exactly what you were talking about, Ricky Schroeder. You have to control the situation. Have a look at this now. There you go, lost ball.
Conway Pretorius be very disappointed. You can see the disappointment on his face.
Now, he's the official captain of the side.
He wasn't even expecting that gap to open up that wide for him.
The difficulty is very often the scrum half, because he's the one that suddenly takes it. If nobody says anything, I'm taking a kick and I'm going. Follow me, sort of thing, you know.
Ja, maar als we aan het top treden, die mensen op het moment om er voor te gaan. Let's come. Our play.
I'm not sure what the confusion is here. There's clearly a knock-on.
So Justin Williams is without a boot at the moment. And the referee wants to get play underway, but he's not even putting in an effort to put his boot back on.
Well, if it's a size 16, they might struggle to find a replacement.
Because Helderberg wants to get play underway.
Okay, let's go quicker.
Clearly said that the Helderberg team's got momentum.
Kan je nog een loopje staan zo meneer dat stop?
So there's no need from the side of GROOTBRAK to slow down the game.
Well, the question is around whether this is deliberate or not. I mean, there he is on the left of screen. He's going to put that boot on now.
That was the first attempt of him trying to put on that boot. And then he goes down on one knee.
He's going to need someone to help him, I think, because he can't bend right down. So somebody will tie it for him, will they? No, there he is. He's got it on. Okay, so finally the game can continue.
Time is on.
Thank you, Justin Williams. You've had a nice break as well, a nice breather.
He just kicked off that boot when the ref wasn't looking. Said, I'm going to take my few seconds just to get my breath back.
Crouch!
It just shows you there are many ways to skin a cat, eh?
Sit.
If you get a bit too tired.
Steady. No, let's go again. There's no stability.
There's
no
early
stability,
movement.
gents.
Unstable
Get it right.
scrum, but a good one, nevertheless,
Nee, dis wat
for those men in white.
Al twee gaan. Kom ons kry stabiliteit in die skram asseblief. Huh?
Kevin Cowley.
Ek maak net
Is Justin Williams going for the full 80?
I was actually thinking about that as he was walking back there.
Kom ons gaan dan die 3 kors man.
I think he probably is, because else why would he have bothered to have delayed the play? I'm not saying that he delayed it purposely. Maybe he has got a broken boot, but the ref should have asked to have a look at that boot
Bind!
to see if it is actually is broken.
Sit! Now stability square. Get it up, gents. Get it up. No more. I will go again.
It's still unstable, this scrum.
Let's get it up.
It's a vital scrum for both teams right now. We're heading up to the last quarter of the game. 5 points the difference.
Let's go again, gents. Let's go.
As much
Let's
as
go, gents. Let's go.
forwards love scrumming, it's energy sapping stuff right there in front. You can see all the weight, all the force, all the pressure coming through.
Crouch!
Takes quite a lot out of a player.
Bind! Sit!
Well, HELDERBERG have now got a full-on penalty.
Albrecht standing on his knees.
So there's another boot that's on the ground again. It's Williams again.
He's playing out of his boots at the moment.
Yeah, he very much so. So now he's just standing there
Onside.
and leaving everything to the rest
Short,
of his team.
short, no hands.
Look at him on the left of the
Advantage
picture.
offside,
He's not
penalty
even part of the
advantage.
mix. HELDERBERG must play it wider now. They must just... Oh, dear me.
It's forward.
Players are offside, so it's going to be another penalty. There's a man down injured at the moment. There's a man without a boot. There's 2 others on their haunches.
57 tackles made by GROOTBRAK, and the bodies are feeling it. It's before the 60-minute mark. Check Justin Williams in the corner. He's saying, I'm doing all the scrum work, you guys can defend.
He's the onlooker. So GROOTBRAK dominating, when I say dominating, they are ahead with possession and territory. They've worked their way up from that in that first half. They really are playing like tigers, but they're under massive pressure here. HELDERBERG have got to use their noggins here and get the 5 or 7 points that they dearly need at this point in time.
John.
I think HELDERBERG needs to stop making individual decisions. Come together as a collective, as a unit. Everybody needs to be on the same wavelength.
So they've gone the tap and go. They don't trust their scrum. And the element of surprise might be taken away here, depending on how Meyer plays this, Doman plays this. Traditional, usual.
No, leave it now,
No
away.
change to that. Play it wider. Go a little bit wider.
Release, white.
All the channels are being closed, close to the
I'm
breakdown
happy he's
point.
not offside.
There you go. That's a little bit better.
Short. No hands.
Can they make it through? Oh,
Short.
but they are
Short.
so close.
Leave it wide, leave it wide, leave it wide. White, leave it.
It's going to be another yellow card. This. You can see it coming. There's yellow cards in abundance, but there we go. No yellow card this time, and here they come. HELDERBERG getting some good defense here from GROOTBRAK. None of you play it wide. There's nothing that nobody can stop you if you're accurate enough. Oh. Yeah, no, the card's going to definitely come out. And I think it's going to be Elroy Havinga who's going to have to leave the field. Another quick take.
No hands, white.
For the 4th time, they are so close to getting
on
a
the
try.
line, white, on the line. No. No.
Wow. Oh, Jeremy. I think there might have been there. No, there wasn't. So it's just simply not. So once again, the Grootbrak guys have got their hands up in the air, and they deserve it. There was really good defense from them.
Character shown by Cheslin Gelderblom. Speaks volumes of how much they want to win this encounter. I think Helderberg should just shift the point of contact. Grootbrak waiting for them next to the breakdown. So they know exactly how direct they want to play. And if they just maybe a dummy runner behind the back and create the space on the outside. But at the moment, they're playing right into the hands of this Grootbrak side.
Let's use it on me.
Pick up at the back. Now the kick downfield. That's actually quite a good kick, that. In fact, it's not just quite a good kick, it's a very good one. Right up against the touchline. Helderberg caught in possession there, Lucas. Here they come again. Oh dear. Interception time it was there with Matruas. Again, it's another penalty going off their feet at the breakdown point. Helderberg must be thinking about, hey, let's take 3 points now. Let's get it. Just to sort of get ourselves back in motion. But they're probably saying to themselves, no, hang on, definitely not. We've been in this half of the field for the last 10, 15 minutes, you know. We've got to keep pursuing that try.
They have some capable kickers to slot that 3 points. But the intent is to score tries. They just got to be a lot more accurate now. Not force things. Shift the point of contact. That would be my advice.
Well, that's a great ball to get, and then you can charge for the line. I think he's over, actually, to be honest.
Short, leave it on me. Leave it, it's short. Leave it.
Over the try line. Another penalty. Oh dear. Are we going to see another card?
Just time is off now. Come here. And captain also. Syndical infringements. Ik heb het elke maal geroepen. Hebben die bal los. Op die 5 meter. Die yellow card.
So Meyer is going to have to come off the field. And I'll tell you what, losing a scrum half is not easy in these circumstances. Helderberg must be salivating now with a potential opportunity with all these guys off the field. Here they come again. Can they find their way through? Oh, dear me. Rock on. And another big kick downfield. It's a great kick that. Into the wind, up to the 10-meter line. So, quick throw in.
Johan Somerset has quite a bit to say.
This is where captain's really important. The Helderberg have got to regroup here. The captain's got to do the talking here. They've got to sort themselves out. They're letting all these opportunities go, Ricky.
Jean-Andre Lucas should have known better. Kieran Bauman did not see the defender coming from behind. Trying to
communicate.
Yeah.
Communicate amongst each other. Watch your back. Listen, whatever it might be, you know.
You get that. Helderberg wants to lift the tempo. They want to move this big pack of forwards of Grootbrak around, but you've got to be patient. You start forcing things, that's when things usually start going wrong. You can see Bauman having quite a bit to say.
How many yellow cards? They've got 2 yellow cards, have they?
2 yellow cards at the moment. 13 men on the field.
Absoluut gratis. Ons nooi elkeen van jullie uit om ons daar bij de rooi counter
So water break it is at the moment.
Baie dankie.
Johan Lerum, the coach of the Grootbrak Rivier team, is out there on the park. Also just checking on the status of one of his players who's down injured at the moment. Also maybe just sending out a clear message to them, either of congratulations or we need to take care of whatever it might be. There's 4 yellow cards that I see at the bottom of the screen. 2. I see 4. Am I seeing things?
Only Meyer having got 2 players that are currently off. The crowd, they are surely enjoying as Brenda Fassi, a beautiful song in the background, Weekend Special. Yes, photographs are being taken, and we'll probably see some of those photos on Facebook later.
So this is disappointing as well for Sydney Falkvane, who's leaving the field. And I see that Baal Steelman is come onto the field too, so some fresh legs that for GROOTBRAK. And the scrum half now is the effervescent John Somerset. All the way from the right wing.
Angle.
My goodness, the penalty count is mounting.
Number 25, Angle.
5 points the difference. Bear in mind, we've only had a single try scored in the second half. Have a look at the penalty count there. 15 against GROOTBRAK. And of course, 2 yellow cards to go with that. They really are holding on, or hanging on, one could almost say. Good effort this from HELDERBERG. Wow, they're in motion. Deliberate collapsing. That could be another yellow card. Now the long pass. That's better. Play it wide. You've got men aplenty out wide. And they've chosen not quite to get it or quickly enough out to the man in the furthest most position. Oh, I tell you what. This is almost like a miracle, the way GROOTBRAK referee are actually holding on here. Chris Ekstien, the coach of HELDERBERG, also just prompting his men on.
Number 5, swinging around from the side. Number 5.
Penalty against Marcus Smart, captain of the team. Well, I don't know if this is maybe like about 13 times lucky or whatever it might be for HELDERBERG to try and get some points on the board.
Marcus Smart zooming in to the wrong side, trying to stop that maul. Got to do it in a legal manner. And a big applause will go to Justin Williams as he leaves the field. Coach felt he did his job.
Joshua in October on in his place.
Yellow card is also on.
And the throw-in belonging to Liam Campion of HELDERBERG. Just deciding to change their line-out call there. So there's the message that's gone to the hooker. Where do you think this is going, Rick? To the back? No?
Right there, Gavin Carley.
Yeah, right in the middle. And they got some good motion from that last one. Then they come again, staying on their feet, and they've got over. Well, finally, HELDERBERG have managed to get the try that draws them level.
The man that started at Liam Campion started with the accuracy in the line out, and this time showing the patience. not breaking away before he should, allowing the momentum to take him over the line. That is exactly what Helderberg needed to do earlier already. It's 5 points, the result.
Well, the conversion has gone wide.
Better, much better by this Helderberg team. Started with a good, accurate middle ball. Young champion Paul Jumboy. Western Province under 19 as well.
Now Edgar Cyphers with pretty deep, neat drop that as well. It's a really good kick.
Inside.
Fielded by
The ball's available.
Hertz on the left wing. You can immediately see the intention there of Eros Lamprecht. No one was going to stop him. School down at Oakdale in Riversdale.
Wide got it,
don't want to undo all the hard work that they've put in getting that last try. But now the ball belongs to these men, and here comes the drop attempt. It's gone wide. Also good intentions there.
I think Grootbrak wants to keep Helderberg trapped here in the 22. Hence, Cyphers going for that drop goal attempt. Not successful though.
There's only one way, yeah. This has got to be a huge drop downfield with the wind at your back. Take it back into their half. That's the choice that they've made, have Helderberg. Fielded by number 8, Gelderblom. Loves to carry the ball, strong man. Oh, over the top. It's another big chase. What a finish. What a finish. Westwood Abrahams has got a vital try for Grootbrak.
An absolutely brilliant vision as well by Joan Somerset. Great communication, understanding between these two. Russian Abrams. Brilliant communication. He knew exactly. They were completely in sync, was Somerset and Abrams. Space exploited with a boot. A little chip over the top, and then the dive like a Boeing 747 taking off.
Ricky, that's exactly the reason why I don't like those cow jumped over the moon tries that he scored. Because his knee could have touched the, the whitewash as he was going over you. Anyway.
It makes for a beautiful photo finish.
It's a
beautiful photo opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. But as long as he stayed in field, that's the important thing. Now the conversion. Now, is that going to swing around? No, it's not. It was actually a very important kick that too. So 5 points the difference, which means that Helderberg know now they've got to score a try.
Russian Abrams having a stellar tournament thus far. Mentioned earlier, man of the match in the first encounter, and now putting up a performance of note as well.
Jacobs with a deep kick in.
Stay wide, go back.
That one's just gone straight up in the air. Grootbrak, got to make sure that they come up in a line here defensively. Yeah, again is Lamprecht. Disappointing that for Helderberg.
Number 23 taking the player behind the rough.
Of course, thinking about a tap and go. Someone's
Number
told
23
him no.
taking the player behind. Yeah.
So really important here as well for Edgar Cyphers to make sure that he gets this into touch, preferably inside the opposition half of the field. Yeah. Just about did it, didn't he? But that's a very important kick, that, because it also just lifts the spirits of their team. They know they've got 7 odd minutes left to finish things off, and they want to play their rugby in the opposition half.
Marshall Doman did everything in his power to keep that ball in field, and they're doing it this with 14 men at the moment. GROOTBRAK, absolutely brilliant character shown by this team.
That's so true too. I think that is the word, Rick, is character. You know, they'll go back and have a look at this game and analyze it in small bites and realize that what you've just said is exactly the way they've played this game. Shown a huge amount of character.
Also, we have to take into consideration the character that they showed in their own 22 on their trial and keeping out HELDERBERG on numerous occasions. Yeah. Fantastic display. A team eager to win, a team eager to get the result against a very talented HELDERBERG team.
Time marches on. They can pride themselves on their scrum during this game. GROOTBRAK, they've looked very, very solid.
Boy!
We don't want to offer them the commentator's curse. Use it with the back. Pick up, well read by the scrum half, just to make sure that he didn't have an easy passage.
No! Steps.
Naya. Important just to look after the ball as best as you can. Now the kick over the top. This is danger time. This HELDERBERG are really going to make the most of this now. The long pass. Opportunity to counter-attack. This is good running now. Now, they need a man close by, and especially a man with pace. Back in field they come. Nothing wrong with this counter-attack. If they could have kept the ball coming this way, there was nobody there, but they've given away another penalty at HELDERBERG. Oh, I tell you what, if Chris Extian has got any hair on his head, it's probably all gone by now.
And that's the risk you have of a breakaway like that, is you won't have enough players to protect that breakdown. 16 penalties conceded by GROOTBRAK, and now HELDERBERG also going into the double figures at 10. He is just isolated as they carry that ball.
It's also where the penalties have been taken place. That's the other issue, you know.
Just not enough players to get to that breakdown in time to protect Stuart Jacobs. GROOTBRAK, they believe that they can taste this victory now.
Well, they've still got to play out another four and a half minutes or so.
All players.
Can they play that intelligently? Their pack of forwards has been momentous. .50-50 balls have got to be something of the past for them. HELDERBERG have got to try and find a way. They've got to get their hands on the ball first. Abrams, back in field he goes.
In the contest, play on.
And they've got another man down, so that's 2 men down at the moment for GROOTBRAK, plus a man with a yellow card. No, the yellow cards are something of the past. Now, which way does this go? Here's Somerset. Did quite the right things there too. There's a measure of desperation out there, isn't it?
HELDERBERG, one score away, converted try away, and now playing their rugby in the 22. But the big cheers, obviously, for the team from SAFCOL that's going back to the dressing room after their warm-up. Tournament favourites. Just off screen. There they are, the defending champions. SAFCOL in action against the hosts, Saldanha Bay, after this tense encounter.
There's a real worry at the moment because 2 players are down. Wendell Pitt in the foreground and just out of picture there, and then further on as well. I think it's it looks like Byron Engelbrecht also down with an injury.
Can you please play rugby? I will do the referee. Numbers. Is the sub on already? We go. Say more.
Back on we go. Mentor is on for Pitt.
Say more.
But Helderberg are in
Stop
search
once.
of that try line.
Use it.
They're absolutely all over them at the moment. Here is a real chance for them. Can they get through? Here comes a potential try. Oh! The referee says it's held up. Oh my goodness.
Drama. It's drama, all right.
Helderberg must be thinking to themselves, how on earth are we going to win this game?
No clear of this guy.
Over the try line on more than one occasion. That time held up. Lost the ball on one or two occasions.
Let's go. Let's go, Owen.
Scramble defense of note on the GROOTBRAK side. They're leaving it all out there. Whatever the result may be, the end of this 80.
I think there's still more drama to come. I have that feeling.
We go.
Just over a minute left. Almost just enough time for a scrum. Don't give away a penalty.
Sit.
Oh my goodness. That's exactly what's happened.
Can you believe it, Gavin Cowley? It's all happening here in Saldanha Bay.
No, Helderberg just don't deserve to win this game. The way things have gone. GROOTBRAK Rivier are now, they know, or do they know, that they've got just over 30 odd seconds left of this game. They're going to have the throw-in in the line out. And that should be the ball game just about. Yeah, there's the comment. 30 seconds left.
They need to hold on to this ball, GROOTBRAK.
Do you think they're going to throw it to the back of the line out?
Even the crowd, even the supporters are saying,
Let's go.
hold on to it.
Vital throw in here.
They're on. Back by Black.
Good back from Black, so there's no problem. There's the kick out.
Ball is in touch.
That's going to be the end of the game, mate.
And there it is. The crowd tells you. The GROOTBRAK supporters tells you. And look how much it means to Somerset. Hands in the air. But so much character shown by this GROOTBRAK side.
That was the word I was going to use for you. You know, character. You brought it up earlier, and that was absolutely spot on, Ricky Schroeder, that they showed so much character, so much resilience. But these guys, Helderberg, will be very disappointed with the fact that they lacked the finishing touches.
They had a lot of opportunities to score tries to put this game away. But it was their defense of this GROOTBRAK side that came out on top. They
All
got
those
their
yellow cards too, you know, that they were able to see their way through that, you know. So final score here at Saldanha Bay Stadium in the 8s. Helderberg 22, GROOTBRAK Rivier 27.
Yeah. Helderberg started with great attacking intent, scoring tries out wide, slick handling as Engelbrecht went over for 2 quick tries early in the game. But then the GROOTBRAK onslaught started and they utilized their pack of forwards so efficiently as Rudolfse scored the first try, but wasn't the end yet. Good combination between Bender and Kennedy. But GROOTBRAK kept coming back with Somerset finishing off. It was a pack of forwards. It was very effective today. Rulofse once again, his second try of the match. And then he went over for the third. AR6 has a celebration of CR7. But 3 tries was his result. Great vision from Somerset and Roshan Abrams. A kick is just as good as the player that chases and follows up. But well done to GROOTBRAK. It speaks volumes of their character. 111 tackles and still to walk away with a victory at the end speaks volumes. The discipline wasn't sharp either. 16 penalties conceded, but the 21 turnovers conceded by Helderberg. Another interesting stat. Not a lot of difference in the territory and possession, but it was GROOTBRAK that held on for dear life to be crowned victorious. 27 points to 22 of Helderberg.
In SAFCOL.
Okay, we're standing with the man of the match. What a game of rugby. GROOTBRAK have taken it, and we've got the man of the match is being awarded by Jamie Lee Ward, an executive from the Saldanha Rugby Club. And our man of the match is Hans Rulofse. Well done, Hanro. Well done. Scored 3 tries in that game. Brilliant work. I'm going to call across the losing captain from Helderberg, Carl Bender. Carl, disappointing to lose, but what a game of rugby.
I think it was a great game of rugby. I think we were our biggest enemy on the day, knowing that what we can do. And but I think it was necessary for us and for our preparation for the year. So this is not the end of it, but this is the start of it.
Yeah, you've got a good blend of youth experience and balance in that side.
We do. We have a lot of young guys coming through, with a lot of older guys as well, the experience. But the young guys really showed today that they can compete at this level, and it was great to compete against guys from other provinces.
How good were GROOTBRAK today? How was that physicality and the competition between the two of you?
They were very physical today. Hats off to them, deserved winners. They played to their strengths, and yeah, congratulations to them.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
Cheers. That's Carl Bender, the captain, and then I'm going to call across the winning captain of Brackies, Marquin Smart. That was incredible. What a performance from you and your team.
Ja, ik denk het was een massive game of rugby. Ik weet die woorden niet. Voor mij dat was recht naar waar. Ons het voor ons jaar gezegd van die begin af. Die span wie hard gaan het, ons het geweet dat het gaan een baie harde game wees. Ik meen, ons het teen een van die bestes gespeel hier in die Kaap. So vir ons het geweet die span met die grootste hart gaan hierdie een deurdruk en ek dink ja, well done to the boys. That's all what I can say.
Well, I must say you showed incredible heart, which what you mentioned. Plus you had yellow cards against you, the physicality, the will to win, the will to stay in the fight.
Ja, ek dink soos ek gesê het, hard was wat ons moet gehad het. Ek dink ons het met die geel kaarte self moes ons onsself gesê het, jy moet ons deurdruk. Niemand kan lê nie. As jy 'n tackle maak, sal jy moet opstaan. En ek dink die boys het baie goed gedoen om net in die game te bly, om te defense. Ek dink ja, dit was regtig waar een van ons beste defense plays van die seisoen.
Absolutely fantastic, Marquin. Well done. You are in the final on Monday. You have won this game. Congratulations.
Baie dankie.
Yeah, and this is just the results. What a game that last one was. Helderberg lose 22 points to 27. Incredible character shown by GROOTBRAK. Then we had the victory by Gardens, 53-17, and Raiders also winning 38 points to 17 against Barberton. Up next, we've got the home team, Saldanha, playing against the defending champions, SAFCOL. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Chair, the rugby doesn't stop. The club rugby and the potential that these teams have, we've seen it in the game that's just gone by. We've got the defending champions up next against the home team. Do not miss it.
is the Saldanha Super 8 Easter Rugby Tournament, and we have just witnessed a nail-biter to bring us into this, the final game that everybody on your screen has been waiting for with bated breath, if you'll excuse the pun in this fishing town. 25 degrees does not describe it. It's pushing up closer to 30. It is absolutely steaming here today, and it's going to test the lungs of everybody that takes to the green grass here today. We just witnessed it as GROOTBRAK got a groot victory to take them through to the final fixture tomorrow, the big one in which the cup will be decided. And now we've got Saldanha and SAFCOL, two former champions, facing off against each other. The reigning champions, in fact, will play in green in SAFCOL, while Saldanha are wearing the blue that you see all over your screen right now. A man who witnessed it all go down just 2 days ago, pardon me. It is Mthunzi Fudge Mabet. Mthunzi, how was Saldanha on their first day's action, and what about SAFCOL with all those points as well?
Well, you know what, Paul Stubbs? Take a look at the picture. I think it tells the story. SAFCOL, emphatic win on day one, winning that game against Belgium, 58 points to 36. They are the reigning champions. We'll speak about what they've been able to achieve in such a short period of time.
We're taking a look now at the highlights from these two sides from day one. A really closely fought fixture here, wasn't it, Fudge?
Yeah, incredible game, this one here. That's Marvi Kamfer, who's been incredible for Gardens. They just got their first win in game 2 today, but they lost this one here through this. Incredible play. There's the captain, Norman Joshua, putting away the one and only Ngeletu. We all said there was only one try in that game, but this is where Safi's played beautifully. Yuri Klaassen, the talisman in this current champion side, scoring a full 58 points against Belgium. 36 points here, but they didn't stop fighting. It was 28 points to 30 in the second half. Shows you the comeback that Belgium had, but I mean, Safis was scoring from everywhere. That time it was Way Nell, who's again so much pace, difficult man to stop. They've got a very good scrum, very good line out as well. Safis, big players, Benjamin Dwai. But like I mentioned, Belgium didn't stop fighting. That's what I love about the Super 8 Saldanha Easter Festival. This is another incredible try. It was Peters coming onto it. Ely Peters, and look at the dive. So much action and entertainment. They just don't stop. There's offloads, their fends, and he's been watching Chasing the Sun too. Of course, there Damien Billups the move, but these are the results and fixtures of earlier today. Raiders getting their first win, 38 points over Barberton, 17. Gardens, an incredible game against Veldrift. Nothing going wrong for the Gardens, just a few too many mistakes from Veldrift, and what a fixture it was. GROOTBRAK winning over HELDERBERG. They came out in number 27-22. It's all time for this final game now. Saldanha won in the last minute, 1.5 minutes over extra time, against a very, very determined side. Gardens, the visiting from Uitenhage, but it's all about the home side versus the current champions, SAFCOL. You can hear the crowd. It's packed at the Transnet Saldanha Stadium.
And there is the fixture coming your way in just a few moments' time. Saldanha Bay Rugby Club taking on SAFCOL. The reigning champions taking on the former champions. The reigning champions taking on the hosts. And the crowd is ready. Just to let you know at home, sometimes you wonder if it looks as good or if it feels as good as it looks on screen, and I can tell you firsthand, the people here are dancing. You cannot resist the atmosphere as you walk through the crowd. Difficult to get to the commentary box because the fans are flooding over out of the seats and into the walking areas. It is truly the spirit of rugby, alive and well on the West Coast, as it always is for the Saldanha Super 8 Easter Festival. And SAFCOL, the team which perhaps brought the most of the festival feel on that first day with those 50-plus points that they scored. There's Big Ben Dwai. He was part of the team from SAFCOL that did made history, was the first ever team in their debut season to win the Boland Top 12 Championship back in 2023, just last year. A treble winning year for SAFCOL, knocking this team off their perch. Double winners in 2019 and 2020. The home team today, Saldanha Bay, in front of their cacophonous home crowd.
He was the star of the show, the captain, Ivan Joshua, known as Normie Noakes. An incredible no-look pass to put away his Longele to Yorse. That won them that game. This one will not be easy. Defending champions SAFCOL were incredible in their first game. Can't wait for this one. It's a perfect afternoon as well, Paul Stubbs. Take a look at those teams though. Spoke about Joshua, the tight five will be so important. You've got to be contesting and competing with the set piece. DJ Horizon, so important at the back. Rodville Yonkers up against a very strong number 10. He'll have to connect nicely with Monray Jacobs, who really loves playing high-tempo rugby. Lance Korabi and Ralph Dwyer will be very important at scrum time. Yuri Klaasens, the talisman. They call him Opa Yura. He's only 22 years old. He loves putting away. His back's very good, taking on the line himself. Maiponi is a great finisher.
The man in the middle today, Lloyd Hachland, and he'll have a job on his hands. A lot of running for these referees out here on the West Coast. When you play at club rugby level as a referee, you've got to put in extra kilometers on the field because the ball can just pop off from a knock-on and turn into an 80-meter try in the opposite direction. And really test the lungs of the players and the officials. And hopefully the fans as well. Let's get it on! Up and away from Monray Jacobs. SAFCOL take it in. Crucial match. This is a semi-final, essentially, to make it to the final cup fixture, which will be played on Monday afternoon. Klaasens under pressure. Both of these teams winners on day one. They'll be full of confidence.
That's what they need to keep doing. Saldanha Bay, keep putting that man, Opa Yura Klaasen, under pressure.
The captain, the hero. Joshua feeds the line out. Not a safe pair of hands for Saldanha. The tackle man by Kewan Klaasen. And SAFCOL will get to breathe easy. November spreads it and the crowd responds to that handling error. It's going to be a dangerous scrum for the side that's wearing blue.
Yeah. Basto, Philander, Zan Philander. Ooh, you could see just looked up before it was secured in the bread basket. Maybe thinking about busting before he did the first things first, basics first. I think so easy to get excited when you've got such a huge crowd here.
I love how seriously all the fans take the color coding. Not even about wearing the jersey. If you're wearing the shirt, they're green, if you're a SAFCOL fan.
Give the space. Yeah.
Well, I can assure you that neither one of these front rows weighs 94 kgs. Just going to sort out those numbers for you. There's some big boys out there today.
Fine. Change. Let's stop playing around. Crouch.
We didn't come to play games, we came to play the game.
Fine. Sit.
The feed comes from Jacobs. Great contest up front from both sides. Saldanha go right through Yonkers. Plenty of pressure there. The ball's fallen loose, and SAFCOL look to capitalize.
No end.
Breaking blind thanks to Yuri Klaasen, who can play number 9 as well. The number 10 for SAFCOL, Big Willie Barney's fighting the tackle. He's a big, strong number 15.
He's big. He is strong. Looked like a number 8 up against that touch line.
Open up.
First line out missed by Saldanha Bay. Be under pressure. Good position on the pitch. This time it works out, but it's skewed. So early problems for Saldanha Bay. We mentioned how important lineouts will be, and a little bit easier as well today. It was a bit of wind yesterday, made it a lot more challenging. Yeah, Normie Noakes, Joshua, expect better of himself there, the captain. 38 years old, the hooker, played a full game and was the one who put away Yorse with an assist to win the game against Gardens. They know how to fight to the end, Saldanha Bay.
Sit.
The feed to the scrum for SAFCOL comes from Cholin November.
Advantage.
What a scrum by the side in green, dominating on the front foot. They have the penalty advantage. Klaassen gets it away. That's a strong tackle in the midfield. Either side of the stands responding to each and every play. It is a visceral feeling here, a proper rugby experience and atmosphere in Saldanha Bay. Barney's, the 23-year-old in the number 15, takes it in, sets the ruck, and SAFCOL go again. Surely that penalty advantage still waiting as Jade Muller protects the ball, but there's numbers to the blind. Dwyer keeps it moving. Just an overlap, but not much space to work with for SAFCOL.
Good turnover.
Flags up, into touch.
Turnover was good. Thanks, David.
Composure so important. Bradley Alexander.
Okay. Okay, 5.
Important for SAFCOL, just like Ronnie Brown for Saldanha, this number 6s. Good take at the front. Mola Miller.
Clean stuff from SAFCOL. Look at the depth and pace that the players are coming at, but Benjamin Dwyer is caught behind the game line. Not rolling away. Penalty goes against Saldanha Bay.
Benji, ik zo die penalties, ne? Let's go.
Jurg Klaassen looking for touch, and he finds it safely. SAFCOL enter enemy territory.
And this is where they can be dangerous now.
Yep.
Got the line out as well. Jurg Klaassen finds a decent touch.
In between.
Played for SA Schools, went to high school at Garsfontein. Got some senior experience as well with the Lions and the Blue Bulls.
Rutherford feeds the line out. November takes it, gets it away to Klaassen. A lot of clean ball for SAFCOL to work with. So crucial, especially at club level. And now trying with the double goose on the outside. Oh, almost made it happen. Ludik's cutting back in.
So for foot.
There is Cholin November. He's absolutely everywhere for the SAFCOL side. Klaassen under pressure, gets it to Philander. Basto Philander taken to deck. They play it blind again. The double dummy, and November looks for a gap of his own.
Was nifty work there from November's opposite number, Monray Jacobs, Tiki Jacobs. Just ripping the ball to stop that advantage, but SAFCOL had the penalty. And have decided not to go for touch. It's one thing about this Saldanha Bay side, they will defend with everything. They won't stop playing for the jersey.
That's also I'm going to take at the back.
They'll have to show that here now. That was the penalty for, I think it was either a high tackle or not coming through the gate.
No.
Another perfect feed from Rutherford, and SAFCOL have clean ball to work with. Here's Klaassen with options, feeds it, and the inside line comes from Harlan Klaassen, the 100-kilogram number 13. Jurg Klaassen directing traffic. He wants the big boys to crash it up before the back line gets involved again. November gets it free to Klaassen. The dummy play, it's too close to the defensive line, and Saldanha Bay win the day. Trying to get his hands on the ball there was Emilio Klaassen for the team in blue, and the fight on the ground is ferocious. Oh, they had numbers on the blind there. The pass just didn't stick for Saldanha. And now the inside ball is a dodgy one.
Advantage.
Trying to use the advantage there, Saldanha Bay, which is great to see, but again, those offloads not coming off for them.
From SAFCOL. Yeah.
Strong scrummagers in Tomkrach low. Gele to Jose.
I'm sorry, just come closer.
Need to put some pressure on Bunzaier and Kuhane Klaassen.
Yeah, much better.
try and make it an
Good.
easy exit for
Fine.
Tiki Jacobs
Sit.
and Jonkers, the flyer.
Go.
Feed from Monre Jacobs. Saldanha play to the blind, and they've got some intent with the way they're running this ball. DJ Corazon brought to ground. Oh yeah! Great line. Effective running from Wesley Adams. Quick ball available for Jacobs. Saldanha Bay on the front foot. The crowd wanted to go wide, and the defensive pressure refutes that situation. The opportunity lost. Great defense from Boogie Ludix.
He's so good. Boogie Ludix. When he gets going, he's hard to stop.
Kijk, deliberate knockdown with an overlap.
He took his chance, Mtunzi. The defensive pressure was high. The call has been made.
Deliberate knockdown.
Right call for you?
Yeah, I think it is. We saw a few of those not being called, but deliberate knockdown. Usually you'll see a penalty being given away, yellow card as well. So no surprises for me there. Boogie Ludix, so dangerous for SAFCOL, and Saldanha now must take advantage of being a man up. They can't get those lineouts right though.
Spectacular work at line-out time from Cameron Ulis. And Sponsy gets it away in the number 9. Jurg Klaassen goes long. Oh, great offload in the midst of the contact now. Saldanha Bay have just a half break on the outside. They've got one man waiting. Hansa asked the question on the outside, and Hansa has been hunted.
Mikael Hansa, they call him the Samoan. Played Boland under 20 in 2019. Boland elite squad as well. Hansa just didn't have enough gas to go on the outside. Should have maybe backed his strength, cut inside, try to keep the ball alive. Certainly Saldanha would have had numbers far out towards the right, being so far over the advantage line and deep into the green zone. But we've got a game on our hands. 10 minutes gone, and both sides have looked dangerous.
Well, the green zone takes on a new meaning when you look at the color of the jersey and shorts of SAFCOL. Joaquin Rutherford with a solid body feeds that line out again, and SAFCOL continue to be absolutely pristine on the set pieces.
No, it's
The
fine.
feed from Cholan November back to Klaassen, that dependable duo relieving the pressure for SAFCOL once more.
Open up.
Divan Joshua feeds the line out. Finally, Saldanha Bay gets some ball back. It's not quite clean, but it's there. That's a flat ball. A flat ball, to say the least.
Double forward pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Say less, Paul Stubbs. Nothing flat about that. Man, that was a delivery.
Let's go.
Definitely illegal by the fly off. Put Jonkers.
Start the setup closer immediately. Yeah.
And you can see it's a good defensive play, getting in between the players there. It's mistimed. Maybe not the right option to go on the outside for Jonkers.
Crouch.
Good defensive work.
Fine.
Henry Meintjes
Sit.
for SAFCOL, and got the ball here.
Cholan, aka Sponsy November, feeds the scrum. Good solid dominance from SAFCOL. They get no penalty out of that. Klaassen, patient with it, puts the ball to boot as well. He is the general of this team.
Only 22 years old, Opayura Klaassen. It's his decision making and the skills to be able to execute. He's good with his boot, fantastic hands.
More chaos at line-out time, and it's picked up by Benjamin Bly, one of the stars of the SAFCOL side for 2 years now. The mishandle comes from SAFCOL this time, but the pass is wild.
Oh, where's a Bowser? Adams couldn't find that man. JD Lewis, it's on here. Just does enough. Andrew Meponi to put a hand in there. Remember, if he does knock that down, it's backwards. So made it very difficult for Weza Bowster Adams.
Out. Fine. Sit.
The SAFCOL scrum briefly held up, but now progressing again, and the penalty advantage does come their way. Their set pieces are par excellence. Sponsy gets it away to Carson. Good inside line from Carson, and he's got it away to his teammate Mapumi. What a ball that is! The try is on. He cuts back inside. Menkes dragged down short of the line by DJ Corazon. Oh, he's raising the roof in here. That defensive play keeps Saldanha Bay equal on points.
Yeah, Paul Stubbs. I mean, there was so much space. No Saldanha Bay defensive players left. But an incredible work to stay on their bike and get there in the end. The steal from JD Lewis. Stunning. Talk about commitment to the jersey. Unbelievable, this fantastic offload. You thought they were through. It was Menkes here who got the pass from Maponi. Great covering from JD Lewis. DJ Corazon, partner in crime, both of them, just 19 and 20 years old. And that's a fantastic jackal.
The feed to the line out, the contest solid again, compromising the ball from Joshua to his targeted line out time, forcing Monroe Jacobs into scrambling. The vice captain, the number 9, the captain, the number 2. The handling error comes again. Fortunately, the penalty was waiting, but they need to calm things down here in Mtunzi. The power of the crowd has got to be pushing them forward as well.
Talk about the power of the crowd. Yeah, definitely the support for Saldanha Bay to come away with that 14-11 win over Gardens. The support was incredible. I mean, the game ended at around 30 minutes to midnight, and still the stands were packed. So definitely Paul Stubbs, the power of the crowd playing here at home, and of course SAFCOL being just down the road, they'll have huge amount of support as well. No seats available, whether you're sitting in the sun or in the shade in the stands. It is packed.
Divan Joshua feeds the line out. Finally a clean ball for Saldanha Bay, and that's all they can do with it. Another handling error from the big number 7, Wesley Adams.
He was quite fine here.
He's had a couple early on here as the big number 7.
Yeah, Weza Bowster, that's a very difficult one when it's on your armpit. Very difficult to take that pass because your left arm is sort of out of the game. Your right can't really reach. So I was about to say Weza Bowster needs to maybe ask his team manager to get a little bit of gorilla grip or something, because struggling to catch it there. Big Adams.
Fine.
But had a few tricky passes.
Gorilla grip, people. These may be the dark arts that they speak about. And how about this from SAFCOL again? Powering forward, penalty advantage there. They play it to the blind and exploit the overlap. He's trying on the outside again. This time it's the right wing, Mapumi.
Yeah, the overlap, yeah.
Advantage played. SAFCOL put themselves into the right area of the field. It remains 0 points apiece, and the yellow card for SAFCOL ticking away.
Keep open.
Yeah, in fact, quite surprising, Paul Stubbs, that they've been able to play so well with the man down and finding space in those wide channels anyway.
Oh, this one's gone horribly wrong! Horribly wrong!
Given.
Try awarded to Jade Muller. How did that go down?
I'm not sure what the menselijke truck, the human truck, Benjamin Dwai, was doing with that offload. Looked like he was surely over, but the hands to take it on the laces. Incredible awareness at the back from Dwai. He needed to just hold on to it and go over, but he decides to offload, unselfish, praying Miller would catch it, which he does. Wow. It's club rugby at its best. What a finish from Miller.
Tough one this for Urich. Class and unsuccessful. The flag stayed down. So just the 5 points between the sides after 18.5 minutes here in the final match of the day. An absolutely crucial match in Tunisia, and these teams are both playing it at a high intensity. The lineout's gone horribly wrong again, and Benjamin Dwai capitalizes. You're a lineout specialist in Tunzi. What is Saldanha getting wrong right now, or is it SAFCOL's pressure that's creating the problems?
I don't think it was the pressure. There was no jump there. The crowd, though, can apply some pressure. SAFCOL playing some attractive rugby. But with those lineouts not working, it's against the grain, and they get their first try just before the water break. SAFCOL, incredible awareness from the human truck, Benjamin Dwai. Incredible offload. I'm not sure what he was trying there, but what hands by Miller not to let it be an embarrassing moment for Dwai. Saldanha need to sort out their lineouts. Very difficult to gain momentum enough so that you can have a little bit of rhythm, give Jakob some bodies to throw the ball at when you're not winning your lineouts.
Let's go. Let's
The Green Army filling up the stands here in Saldanha Bay. Such organized support groups for each and every one of these teams, color-coded as they enter the stadium throughout the day, and make space for the next group of people to take up the same space on the grandstand, so as to make sure we got that 50-50 split to the right and left of the commentary box. It really is quite an experience here in between the fans. We are up and away. Saldanha Bay trail by 5 points, and Big Ben Dwai gets hunted with some big hits. Too high. Dwai, tap and go from Ben Dwai. Gets his pass away to Spawn C. It's been mishandled, and now cutting back at them is Saldanha Bay. Ball placement so crucial here, is well recycled, and the captain Joshua is there to clear. They've got numbers out to the right. Saldanha Bay, they've got to get the ball away. And here he is now, Jacobs breaking.
If, only if.
Oh, man.
Sam Juice, Klaassen, Jacobs plays it here to Jonkers, and
oh, come on.
Ooh,
it's all good for me.
It's tough there. Remember, if you lose control of the ball with your hands, you are not allowed to regain control with your legs. Egon Seconds made it very clear for me, a man who's refereeing and in fact TMOing quite a bit for SA Rugby. So it's a pity. It's a pity.
And that's why I'm preparing my dissertation for my doctorate degree on why World Rugby should change that rule. So, looks like a bit of a mischief here for possibly Saldanha Bay's lanky number 10, Rodville, aka Boet Jonkers. 1.91 meters in that number 10 position. So let's hope that he can rise up from this, the apprentice pipe fitter. Of course, each and every one of these players has another life in which they have their regular jobs, club rugby, bringing communities together. And you can see the change that it makes in the style and the nature of support. Ooh, Sponsy. That's a big one, the number 9 for SAFCOL. They'll really want him to stay a part of the game.
I think they thought maybe that water break was a little too short. The players taking a few chances, but
captain, you still wait till he's
It's
10
hot
and then
out
you
there.
can play
An
him first.
incredible day to be on the West Coast.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Well, the numbers don't tell the whole story there. SAFCOL have been giving Saldanha real problems, and Saldanha making an imprint there, but not quite enough. The inside ball is fired by Maincheese, and he finds the hard-running Ludix. Got a couple of danger men in the back line, never mind the forward pack, especially so Benjamin Dwai, a.k.a. Menselijke. Here is Sponsi November. Back to Jurk Klaassen, under pressure now behind the gain line. Saldanha Bay almost getting a charge on that kick. They're certainly keeping SAFCOL in the right areas.
I mean, Paul Stubbs, you heard it. You heard it when we entered into that ring during the water break. The words from the SAFCOL coaches, hou die geduld, keep the patience. Let's play rugby in the right areas. Let's stick to our processes, and so far so good for SAFCOL. We have 5 points, even though for 10 minutes they were down a man.
Divan Joshua feeds the line out. Clean ball for Saldanha, a rare privilege for them. They've spread it out wide to DJ Corazon, who's turned to the boot and puts it into touch, keeping the play in the right area of the field. But they would have wanted more.
Might not be working out, the line-outs for Saldanha Bay, but the least they can do is try contest through Low and Yose. Called a short line out here, SAFCOL.
Rutherford
That's the win. No, get out.
nails it on the money again, and Jade Miller eventually gets it down to his scrum half. Klaassen spreads it wide, and the bouncing ball is dangerous. Saldanha Bay keeping it alive impressively. Harlan Klaassen. In fact, it's Emilio Klaassen. Klaassen's all over the field on both teams. Monre Jacobs gets it free, and here comes Wessa Boaster. A couple of knock-ons early on, but that's a barnstorming run. And now it's Warren McKenzie. Jacobs gets it free. Crucial period here for Saldanha. They're finally in the strike zone. Can they strike? And now it is Jacobs getting it free again. They're marked up on the outside there. Somebody's going to have to straighten and create the gap. The captain, Joshua, can't get that ball away over the shoulder under pressure. But it's still Saldanha Bay on the attack. What's the plan? DJ Corazon is raised up off the ground. Manages to get back safely. Everybody behaving responsibly in that situation. Exactly what you want to see. Thinking left, going right, trying the drop goal. The strike's not bad.
What a piece of skill there from Rodville Jonkers on his left boot. Under a little bit of pressure as well, but not far off.
Okay, get the boys behind you.
Just shows you how desperate Saldanha Bay are to get some points. But they need to be patient.
Ooh, just rushing a bit, trying to get hands on that ball. It's been knocked backwards though, and getting out of the tackle as well. A tremendous piece of work, which started off looking quite negative.
Just diving in there.
Well, that's going to frustrate Warren McKenzie infringing.
Yeah, no intention. That's just again.
Head coach Randall Julies for Saldanha Bay will surely
You're going to take the kick, you can take the kick, but you're going to have to wait for your flank as well.
be communicating with the players and just telling them to stop with the unnecessary offloads. Let's go back to basics. The SAFCOL defensive line is quite sharp and quick off of the line. They're applying quite a bit of pressure. Give it to the heavyweights. Get over the advantage line. Let's earn the right to go into the wide channels.
Number 8, you need to make an effort to stay on your feet.
SAFCOL advance into enemy territory via Jurk Klaassen's boot, and they'll have to put into the line out. There's Warren Klaassen, part of the young army here at Saldanha Bay.
That's the win that took us.
So many young players, especially so for a club side, delaying their get down from the top there, SAFCOL, to set up that rolling
Okay, that's
wall to allow
lunch.
time for the likes of Joaquin Rutherford to come wrapping around the corner. And here is why. They set up the train at Transnet Saldanha Stadium and they come rolling down the tracks. SAFCOL looking almost unstoppable here. Saldanha just keep reloading and getting enough in the way, but eventually Rutherford lets it out the back pocket to November and running a hard straight line. Ulrich Klaassen, he is pure class!
Opa Jura Klaassen's second try in the tournament. He's an exceptional talent. He really is. Great maul again. Very well organized. There's no way he should be getting through the vacuum, but he's stepping like a razor and he knows how to finish. Such is the quality of the player. Incredible.
They're having a great time in Saldanha Bay. The supporters of SAFCOL, treble winners in 2023. They're champions of Boland Rugby. Under the guidance of this general, who once played for SA Schools and scored a winning try for SA Schools, a dramatic one. And he's still wearing green. Ulrich Klaassen, 12 points to 0.
He's so good. What a talent he is. That's why this tournament's so important for players like him. It wasn't so long ago when he was playing SA Schools, playing for the Lions, playing for the Blue Bulls junior side. And as a fly-off or a scrum-off, he's just incredible with ball in hand.
Loving every moment of it. Ulrich Klaassen looking for back-to-back victories here in Saldanha Bay, looking to make the final and to go back-to-back as champions of the Saldanha Bay Easter Festival.
Inside.
Well, that one's coming truly and wholeheartedly off the side of the boot. Saldanha Bay on the attack.
They need composure. Just over 10 minutes left of this first half. Got a slight breeze behind their backs. It won't really affect the second half, but they need to be good now with the set piece.
It starts with Joshua. It's been stolen away again at the 2-ball, jumping up to contest Jade Miller. Wrecking the game plan of Saldanha Bay to be getting about 1 and 3 of your lineouts and being under pressure at scrum time as well, choking up a couple of penalties already. Sponsy gets it out and cleared by the impressive Willie Barnes all the way downfield. Just 23 years old, big Willie Barnes. And look where Saldanha Bay have to start from, behind their own 22-meter line. DJ Karazin, the 19-year-old, firing it back downfield. So a couple of youngsters going back and forth. But here comes Benjamin Dwai. He's only got one gear, Dwai. He's moving forward there, lost control of the ball, and some wild handling once again involving Wessa Boaster. Needs to put some of that gorilla glue on their hands.
Yeah, this is menselijke truck, Dwai, the human truck, but he's run into the wrong player there. It's the captain for Saldanha Blue, 38-year-old Noakes Joshua. And he doesn't shy away from a fight, doesn't shy away from the rough and tough stuff. Joshua makes a very important hit there.
Well, this man's been hard at work, Joaquin Rutherford. And in this taxing Saldanha sunlight, one must question his conditioning. You think he ran the dunes pre-season, Mtinzi?
River Rutherford. Let him be, Paul Stubbs. He's looking good out there. Played for the Boland Cavaliers as well.
Just look at the
bringing
size.
That experience.
The size of this front row, Mtinzi. 112, 122, 129, and you got a 110 lock behind you as well.
I mean, just so you understand what we're talking about there, that's almost a 400 kg front row.
Notes. Time.
No wonder Saldanha Bay are having a bit of a tough day.
See how they fare this time around. The feed to the scrum comes from Monre Jacobs, gets it out clean. Great pass there, a bit over the shoulder of Jonkers, but Saldanha Bay allowed to have an opportunity on attack and running across field. Tackled by Lance Korabi. Jacobs gets it away to his fly off Jonkers. A half gap for Saldanha Bay. The big number 7 Adams doing a positive action in the match, and now on the outside Karazin asking the question. A difficult pass under difficult circumstances for Jaden Lewis, and the 19-year-old passing to the 20-year-old. It breaks down into young side, especially for club. They've got a 38-year-old captain and a 19-year-old fullback.
Yeah, one of the youngest sides in this year's tournament, Saldanha Bay, and well, that's just, I think, a good example of experience. It's a late switch, should have decided what he was going to do nice and early. Assist with the ruck there, and the communication should be to DJ Karazin. Take it up, go down. But they'll learn from this experience, and huge experience as well for them to win the way they did against Gardens by that 14 points to 11 in the last minute.
Sit.
SAFCOL put into the scrum. Let's see how they go about this. They know they've got the dominance. They slowly march it forward, and Saldanha Bay come apart at the seams. Great defensive pressure from Ronaldo Brown.
From Diazville High School, not far from here. It's a hard man, just 65 kilos, so you better believe dynamite comes in small packages. Ronnie Brown, a mechanical fitter. And it's those kind of weak moments, if I could call it that, penalties are just allowing SAFCOL easy moments to get back into the Saldanha Bay half.
The line out so dependable, fed once again by Yakin Rutherford. And the rolling maul not as cohesive this time, but productive all the same. And the captain, Devon Joshua of Saldanha Bay, must make space. Breaking away, the ever-impressive Benjamin Dwyer. Oh, almost had a big gap, but now Saldanha Bay have the chance to counter through Rodville Jonkers. He's been reeled right in. Jonkers looking for support. He fires it out desperately for Mackenzie. The 20-year-old gets put to deck, and now it's Jacobs getting it free from the base. The pass over the top, presenting an opportunity for redemption to Wesley Adams. Wessa Balster, he's about it.
That's the experience I'm talking about. What a switch move. It's the right one that time from J.D. Lewis. Wessa Balster has had a few problems with his hands, but not this time when it mattered the most. Excellent score from Wesley Adams. Great hands as well from the inside. It was Hanser with the long pass to his winging partner, J.D. Lewis. And what a switch with Wessa Balster Adams. Perfect this time. Oh, look at that. Also from Diazville High School, Wessa Balster.
Monray, Tiki, Jacobs.
Oh man, Paul Stubbs, it's all happening. I thought Tiki Jacobs was a big part of that as well. He's the one who assists and gets that ball out quickly. Hanser does so well. The switch with J.D. Lewis, and then Wessa Balster with the finish. So important.
They keep themselves in the hand with that try. Just 5 points between the sides with less than 5 minutes to play in the half. And I'm sure if we take a closer look at the numbers at halftime, territory and possession, we'll see that SAFCOL's been dominating.
They are dominating, but they'll be a little bit tired being such a heavy, tight 5.
Indeed, something to watch out for. Up and away from Jurg Klaassen to the try scorer, Wessa Bouster, full of confidence. Takes a big hit and offloads in the midst of that. What a storming run from Kaya Jose. Jose presents it for Tiki. Tiki gets it out, and great defense from Ronaldo Brown. Shutting down that opportunity for Saldanha Bay. They're such a momentum-based team. And once they get those wheels rolling, they look more and more dangerous with each passing moment.
Yeah, unlucky one there, Vaughan Mongezi Mackenzie here. It's a nice pass, nothing wrong, just looks up.
Let's go, boys.
Youngster as well, just 20 years old. One to look out for Mackenzie. Nothing much in this game. Possession and territory, it's so tight.
Crouch. Fine.
SAFCOL do have the advantage here though, Paul.
Sit.
Had a very good scrum.
The feed from Chola November. He'll let that marinate in the scrum. Looking if a penalty could be earned off the back of that. Nothing coming. Gets it away to Jurg Klaassen. Great offload in the midst of the contact from Klaassen to Barnes. Barnes has been so impactful in the number 15. Klaassen weighing up the opportunity. Sees a gap. Sees some green to kick into. And it bounces before the touchline. Perhaps he would have liked some more depth on that kick. But all the same, SAFCOL in the right area of the field, and bearing in mind what's happening at line-out time in Tunzi, this could be an attacking opportunity for them.
Well, that's what it's all about, Paul Stubbs. Chestnut checkers. Jurg Klaassen will bring that sort of a game.
Great line-out this time from Saldanha Bay, wasting no time, and Wessa Bouster, he will not back down from the physical challenge. And Saldanha Bay need a couple of players like that to step up, and now the tap and go comes from Monray Jacobs. He's been called back.
He's way far from the ball.
A little bit of skullduggery from the number 14, Endrin Mapumi, after the whistle. The game's being played in a great spirit. The whole tournament is being played in a great spirit in Tunzi.
No, we really have. We've seen players and teams put their body on the line. Navin Guda, that try in the corner, reaching out with that one hand. It looked like he might have had a shoulder dislocation, but we've seen a lot more different stories of players really just so committed to their club. Very community-based game this out here, representing their region with incredible amount of pride. So just over a minute left in this first half. It's been much better from Saldanha Bay, especially with their scrums and their line out starting to click now.
Devon Joshua feeds. Another great contest from SAFCOL, but reasonably keen ball from Saldanha Bay. The delayed pass finds the hard-running Warren Mackenzie, who can't hold on. Menkes tried to collect, but now it's SAFCOL on the counter. It's Mapumi. Sent into a whirlwind in the midst of that tackle, and now Chola November gets it out to the blind. Saldanha Bay will be desperate to defend this situation without conceding any more points, but they give away a penalty right away. Here's Willie Barnes, and on the outside, Jade Muller. Muller into the physical contest fearlessly. Johan Lowe called away from that, and it is still SAFCOL on the attack, spread by Dwai, brother of the number 8. Two big men in completely different ways. The big front ranker, Ralph Dwai, 129 kgs. And in the back, number 8, Benjamin Dwai, his brother, so impactful with those 108.
Yeah, you know what, Paul Stubbs. Those heavyweights who are just swinging the ball into those channels beautifully. Great hands. Reva Rutherford. Dwai as well with a pretty long spin pass. And looks like they're going to try to score a full 7 points here. Decent touch finder from... Oh, no, it's direct. Can you believe it?
Much joy being shown by the fans of Saldanha Bay as Jurg Klaassen passes up a killer opportunity for points, especially with the way the lineouts have been going for SAFCOL here today. And the team in green is left with some broken dreams as they head into the sheds for the halftime break. And all the dominance that they've shown, especially in terms of possession and just the eye test, the territory battle may have been won, in fact, by Saldanha in the end. Join us for the halftime break when we'll be going through those stats. But for now, from Saldanha Bay at halftime, it's SAFCOL 12, Saldanha trailing with 7. His home ground, and they'll be looking to strike back the team in blue, who were the champions from the year before. In 2019, it was Roses that raised the trophy, and SAFCOL, the reigning champions, will look to lift it again. Mthunzi Fatmabeta alongside me in commentary. The side in green leads, but do you see them going all the way to victory here today?
I'll tell you what, Saldanha Bay, Paul Stubbs, have come to play here, and the crowd is great. It's packed out here at the Transnet Saldanha Bay Stadium, which is great to see. Of course, SAFCOL have got some support here, make no mistake. But as soon as Saldanha Bay are starting to play some good rugby, passing the ball around, it's wonderful.
And how about this? This is Saldanha Bay, and what a bay it is. Just from around the corner in the hotel, you get a full scope of this natural cove that's created, and you can see why Vasco da Gama all the way back in the 1400s came through and decided this was a beautiful place to land. Saldanha Bay has played host to the rugby today, but of course is very much a fishing town as well as an iron ore town. And what has your experience here been, Mthunzi?
Basically, I feel like those fans feel, you know. Let me show all the signs, you know, thumbs up, it's been perfect. Some oyster farming, incredible to see that right here in the port. Mussel farming as well, the fish is incredible. And Saldanha Bay Hotel, I tell you what, stunning accommodation, no complaints.
You know, I didn't have faith in myself. I had to go back to my notes to check if Vasco da Gama was in the 1400s or not. I was correct, 1497. Thank you very much, Vasco. So, back onto the field, Saldanha Bay. Mthunzi, what does the team in blue have to do in the second half to turn it around?
Well, I'm quite surprised actually that they're only 5 points down. They haven't had any luck with their lineouts. If their lineouts can go right, he's been brilliant for me, the Samoan Hansa, setting up that try, always looking for work as well. JD Lewis set up Vesa Pauster Adams with that try, and Yuri Klassen for SAFCOL will be so important in the second half. But you know what? Saldanha Bay playing at home, 5 points down in the second half. They're playing with a little bit of a lighter pack as well. If they can start shifting the ball around, they might just get an underdog win here against SAFCOL, the current champions.
That lighter pack that you're talking about made true by the evidence on your screen in the center of the field. Joaquin Rutherford, the 122 kg hooker, he's going to have to carry himself through the second half. Can Saldanha Bay run them ragged? Here's Wessa Bouster. He's coming straight at them as he has been all game, and now he's holding on to the ball. Very slow to roll away there, SAFCOL. Get away with one there. And Saldanha Bay on the front foot to start out the second half. The offload is quality from Jonkers to his number 8, Mackenzie, who has been hard at work. But look at the hit coming from Barnes, the big, powerful number 15. Great change of direction from Jonkers. And away it gets too low. Absolute delightful rugby. Oh! Whoa, what do we... Oh, was he out? What is the call from referee Hichland? Because we're going back for a Saldanha Bay penalty.
Yeah, JD Lewis, he's got incredible pace. SA7's Academy, the winger in 2023. Buoland under 21 last year as well, JD Lewis. And I think he just steps out, so we have to come back there. Ooh, nothing much in it. Incredibly brilliant hands, linking up nicely. We see Divan Joshua, the captain again, linking up beautifully with his outside backs. He's the one who assisted with the only try to win them that game against Gardens, putting away Yorse. It's number 4 lock. And Tiki Jacobs, so important, of course, for the Saldanha Bay side. They've decided to go for the 3 points. I don't think that's a bad call.
Monray Tiki Jacobs. 3 points on the board for Saldanha Bay. 12 points to 10, SAFCOL lead.
Unlucky JD Lewis. Looked like he was away. But that's what Saldanha Bay need to do. If you look at what they were doing very well there, a lot of offloads, playing no ruck rugby.
Up it goes from Jurg Klaassen. So Saldanha Bay up the tempo in the second half, asking the question of the powerful pack of SAFCOL and their backline players as well. So much muscle to carry around in this heat. Can Saldanha Bay manage the local conditions better, or will a player like Ludix take it away from them in the blink of an eye? Boogie Ludix brought down short. SAFCOL in position, cleared from the base by Bradley Alexander. Here comes Lance Korabi. An advantage being played to the team in green. And Saldanha shut down the situation.
Looks like they're going to go for touch, but this is where the mistake came, just getting mixed up with that slip pass behind the back, picked up incredibly by Boogie Ludix. And Boogie almost gets him there. Strong defense from Mongezi Mackenzie. But it's a dangerous tackle. They've got the penalty. But certainly that defensive effort stopped what looked like was going to be a try. One try to the 2 tries of SAFCOL. Setting up a scrum here as well. So I think this is the right call. They do have ascendance at scrum time. They do have an advantage with size as well, and they're using it nicely.
Just make sure that you are moving straight forward if you try to dominate, okay? Not side to side first. Crouch. Bind. Sit.
They get the penalty call, they call for the scrum. They've definitely been watching Chasing the Sun too.
No, no. Offside.
You heard the referee say no. Lloyd Hichland. SAFCOL, surely they're calling another scrum here. There's no question, surely, Mtunzi.
Of course. Lucky as well, Tiki Jacobs, not to get a penalty for this. They're going forward, SAFCOL, and it's great scrummaging. Look at the secondary shove as with pressure coming from the locks as well. Jacobs, very lucky Tiki Jacobs there.
Here come the reinforcements. Fresh and ready to go, Tyrese Peters. He's watched his friends taking a hurting all day from the SAFCOL front row, and he comes on to provide relief. It is Francois Boonzaya, the 20-year-old 121 kg prop coming from the field.
Fine. Sit. And just keep it there.
Tyrese, aka Do Peters, slightly more experienced at 24 years of age. Can he hold his ground here? The first time of asking, wheeling around the corner. Penalty advantage for SAFCOL, just what they wanted.
Incredible defense by one of the lightest players on the pitch, but he is an open side flanker, Ronaldo Brown for Saldanha Bay.
We will go again, of course we will. So now the question, Mtunzi, if there's another infringement, we're going to get close to the penalty try and yellow card territory. Do you accept that as a result?
If they're showing clear dominance, I think you have no choice. 7 penalties conceded now. The penalty count from this position is starting to rise. It'll give no choice to referee Lloyd Hichland. How can Divan Joshua inspire Boonzaya and Do Peters?
Crouch. You're on purpose, you know you can put it in. Fine. Sit.
Big scrum for both sides now. SAFCOL apply that power straight through the center. Saldanha Bay's resistance has crumbled. The penalty advantage coming, He's going under the sticks. This is trouble for Saldanha Bay. 7 points on the board, and a yellow card might be on the way as well. In fact, the referee's running straight back to the center spot. That's sweet relief for Saldanha Bay. Lloyd Hichland will not be brandishing yellow. And SAFCOL move on to 19 points.
Pure domination. Do Peters out of the pan and into the fire. Nobody can stop him. Libo Korabi, total domination on that left side. And it's a penalty try. I think spot on by the referee Lloyd Hichland.
Up and away from Saldanha Bay, thanks to Monray Yako. Oh, Hayden Mankies absorbs a big hit.
No surprises. It's the Samoan, Mikael Hansa.
Okay, play.
Well, which Samoan is it? Because if it's that Samoan, we know that's a chiropractor situation. Getting it clear from the base is Sponsi.
Benji. Thank you, Benji. Thank you.
Many questions, none of which the referee is interested in. He's laughed them off.
Yeah.
Scrum time, Saldanha.
I love that. Thank you, Benji. Thank you. And that's all that referee will say. Barry Malchus comes onto the pitch as well. Played a little bit of bull sevens from Hankey Secondary. The 31-year-old Barry Malchus.
Fine. Sit. Keep up.
The feed from Tiki. They are heading backwards on their own ball as well, Saldanha Bay, and now Tiki gets it away. The right wing, Lewis looking for an opportunity. Oh, Lewis, it's class. Saldanha score again.
These youngsters learn so quickly, Paul Stubbs. JD Lewis puts away DJ Corizon. He gets his first try of this year's tournament. Tiki Jacobs, excellent pass as well to JD, and take a look at that, how he just waits for DJ Corizon to come around the corner. Perfectly weighted pass. That was a really good pass, but that for me, sensational. The 19-year-old scoring. Oh, Paul Stubbs, this came on as well now. If Monray Jacobs can get this over, they'll be 2 points down.
Whoa, boy, the flag stayed down. The crowd raising up in anticipation of those extra points. But it remains a 4-point game with SAFCOL leading 19-15.
Really well worked. They were going backwards at the scrum. Tiki Jacobs gave them the go forward. Excellent pass, and what a link up between the youngsters. Finished by DJ Corizon.
Play.
SAFCOL get us back underway. They keep kicking it onto the head of the big number 7, who has been sorted out this time by Busto Verlander.
Inside.
Power meets power.
Inside.
Between Verlander and Wesley Adams, but that kick to touch is tremendous as well. Saldanha looking so much better in the second half than they did in the first.
5 blokken. Willen Marco een stap. Willen Marco een stap nu.
How much engine does this big man have? Joaquin Rutherford lining up another throw into the line out. The Borland Cavalier. Perfect one for Cameron Ulis. Jurg Klaassen in their own half. They're going to run it from deep. They are full of confidence, and why not? Barney's brought down in the tackle.
No, live on the ball.
Home crowd.
Okay, los.
With hope that springs eternal. Getting his foot free there, Samuel Grayling. And a pass in tight circumstances there, working out very well for SAFCOL. They drag themselves across the gain line. Cholder November. Sponsi gets it away. Jurg Klaassen can't hold on. Pressure on Meintjes. Somehow it's still alive with Barney's. Barney's gets it free on the outside to Boogie. Boogie's going for it, and the cover defense is brilliant from Monray Jacobs.
That's incredible. Of course they're enjoying it. I think it's a castle corner or something, but the beer tent is incredible. Of course, the festivities carry on later, Paul Stubbs. All those supporters in the stands will be treated to some incredible performances and festivities right next to the pitch here. And what a try-saving effort that was from Tiki Jacobs.
He's been perfect up till now. If he gets this right, there's trouble. Joaquin
Come
Rutherford
down.
hits his man on the money. They delay the jumper coming down. They set up the rolling maul, which has been so problematic for Saldanha Bay. Here they come again. Was that dragged down legally? It was. The pick and go, baby! Nobody home. Ralph Dwight.
One of the biggest men on the pitch catches them napping. His 40-year-old Tigo Dwai. How quick was he off the mark? He's a big guy. No pillars in place for Saldanha Bay. And just incredible. How quick is he off the mark? You will not stop him that close. Absolutely not. Big Ralph Tigo Dwai.
The brother of the captain takes his team further away from Saldanha Bay, and now Jurek Klaassen has the chance to make it an 11-point game. And do these youngsters of Saldanha Bay have it in them to come back at SAFCOL? Jurek Klaassen slides another one home, and the SAFCOL supporters can celebrate once more.
Everybody loves a prop scoring a try.
Yeah.
This is really well worked. Looks in front of him, can't believe his luck, doesn't hesitate. Tigo Dwai.
To get you offside, no.
Monre
He
Jacobs
was in front. I'll explain to you now.
having some complaints about the amount of time SAFCOL are holding the jumpers in the air. Saldanha Bay, it would appear. On we go, taken in by Willie Barnes.
Use it. Taken back.
Bringing the ball into position was Cholin November and fires one back. A flat kick has been mishandled. Is that kept in field by some miracle? But now the pressure's on. It's bouncing everywhere and it's in the hands of SAFCOL, or is it? It's been juggled and retained by Jade Miller. He does well to hold on to the possession there. Consolidate for SAFCOL, who have numbers galore. Out to the left, look at this plethora of options on the potential overlap. However, they keep it tight and they get caught up in the muck in the midfield. Here's Willie Barnes with a spinning dummy. Willie Barnes commits about 4 or 5 defenders. Quick ball is what they need. Slightly slower than they might have imagined as Rutherford gets it away. Ever impressive Joaquin Rutherford in the number 2 jersey, and now in the halfback position, Henry Mankies. Here is Joaquin Rutherford. Drops it on the ground. Can Saldanha Bay dive on that, or is it still SAFCOL ball? The home team steps up again in defense.
They needed it. They needed it really badly.
Well, this is the fan park coming alive as the sunset approaches. Believe you me, the party goes on late into the night. Evidence of which on day 1, the rugby only ended at about 11:30, so the party had already started.
That was the GROOTBRAK Rivier team. I was going to say, that's those goose steps and dance moves. Too good not to have been in one of these teams. Already enjoying some beers, enjoying the game. They deserve the reward. What a well-fought victory. Winning in the last minute, 27 points to 22 against HELDERBERG. What a game.
There he is, the sniper, with a pick and go next to the ruck. Who would have thunk it? The big 129 kg prop coming from the field.
I mean, he's a business owner, Paul Stubbs. Knows how to take and when to take his opportunities.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Huge pressure on Saldanha Bay, trailing by 11 points as they do. Can they get this one back? Has it been hooked? It has. Monre Jacobs gets it free. It's spread by Schreling. Onto the ball comes Jonkers. And now SAFCOL back in possession. Diving on Saldanha Bay. By hook or by crook, they're staying in this rugby match. And if they can score next, they will be right in it for victory. Jacobs asked the question. Backwards. Ooh. Klaassen, understanding the laws of the game. If his hands had been facing the other way, he would have been looking at a yellow card. Oh yeah, what a piece of defense, throwing the man backwards. Robin Adams, aka Beast, got beasted on that occasion, and Saldanha Bay come flooding in. That's what a big tackle can do for you.
We're on the ground, we're playing the ball.
Yep, big opportunity this one. Paul Stubbs for Saldanha Bay. They need to calm everything down now. Just over 20 minutes left to play. Just about to enter the last quarter of this game. They are trailing by 11 points, so they're still in it. But they need to make sure their set piece starts to work nicely now. Tiki Jacobs is keen to play a little bit of rugby, starting to play with that quick ball. His opposite numbers off the pitch, November, replaced by Berry Malchas.
They managed to retain possession, and that's all that you can really hope for. So in this match for Saldanha Bay from the lineouts, here comes the big man, Wesley Adams. Scored in the first half. SAFCOL get their hands in there illegally. It could be a tap-and-go situation here for Saldanha Bay, baby! Thingamavuso! They're back in the game.
Game on! Game on! Tinga Nugget Mafuso. 21 years old from Friedenberg High School. Quickest man to react, caught SAFCOL napping. Great little tap and go right on the mark as well. Good strength here to protect the ball and finish. Tinga Nugget Mafuso.
Yes. Semi-final.
The law enforcement officer, Manrey Jacobs, knocks another one home. 4 points separate the sides. SAFCOL cannot get away from their opposition today, and Saldanha Bay will not go away.
I mean, great pressure. What a break from Weza Bauster, and then the finish from Nugget Mafuso.
So I put SAFCOL on the winning for but I think maybe in the second.
An ocean of blue in the stands in support of the home team, and we're going to a water break. It's well deserved in this heat, Mtunzi. It is scorching out there in Saldanha.
Yep, in the fan park, they're in the shade. Some of the other players played an extremely late game, Saldanha Bay, on day one. But starting to get a little bit cooler now as we go towards the evening. What a game we're having. 26 points SAFCOL, 22 to Saldanha. And what a day of rugby they've had to experience, Paul. I mean, got their refreshments, keeping nice and cool. There's been some incredibly tight games as well. And just listen to the cheers. I mean, incredible vibe.
So coming out of the half-time break, Saldanha was struggling in the set pieces in the first half. You said what they needed to do to get back in the game. How have you found them so far with 20 minutes down in the second half?
And I think what's really important here for SAFCOL, and what an incredible team they are, great recruitment and everything. First team to on debut in the Boerland tournament to win it. They are Boerland champions as well. They are also the Super 8 Saldanha Easter Rugby Festival current champions. And the fans, I mean, from SAFCOL just up the road, absolutely loving it. As I mentioned, there'll be some festivities, but they don't mind about that. It's Saldanha Bay. All they're worried about now is the home side getting the W here. Trailing by 4 points. I mean, it's game on, and they know how to finish a game, the Saldanha Bay side, winning in the last minute against Gardens with a try. And what a try it was. Divan Joshua putting away Ngele to Yose. Will we see something similar here, Paul? It's fresh legs coming on, which is great to see. That's 22-year-old David van Rooyen, Lockford and Lucy from Power Boys High School.
SAFCOL get us back underway. Just about 20 minutes to play in this second half, and Saldanha Bay beating a couple of tackles. Oh, and moving forward, Mikhail Hansa looked like he went down hard on that knee. Jacobs gets it away to his captain Joshua, delays the pass beautifully to Greiling. Some pace on the outside, and Saldanha Bay looking dangerous again!
Man! Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what we're all doing right now. Oh, JD Lewis and DJ Corizon linking up again. This time it's DJ Corizon to JD Lewis. JD Lewis put away DJ Corizon for a try. And JD Lewis just couldn't return the favor. Oh, that seventh handling error is the one. That's the one that could have put them in the lead. What a game, so much drama. Just don't know what to expect.
Any lead in this match has been fragile, and it will remain so. Saldanha keeping themselves in the hunt throughout this match, just when it looked like they were dead and buried, when the try that SAFCOL scored looked like it might take away their will to continue competing. They've continued to rise to the challenge here at their home stadium, the Transnet Saldanha Stadium, and their fans are in it to win it, and so is their team. 4 points between the sides. Coming off the field for SAFCOL, the very impressive Terence, aka Boogie Ludix.
Yeah, he was really good. He's sharp. Boogie Ludix had one or two huge opportunities, but the desperate defense of Saldanha Bay, I mean, incredible work. It was Tiki Jacobs at the thick of it, never stops working, whether on attack or defense, which is great to see.
Crouch. Let's get up. Comfortable. Crouch. Fine. Sit.
Feeding the scrum, Ricardo Klaassen for SAFCOL. Just look at that dominance. The physicality of the side in green has been a problem for Saldanha Bay. In spite of whatever changes may come, and there was a flood of changes from SAFCOL a few minutes back, the dominance continues.
Yeah, Ely Peters is on the pitch as well. So is Beast Adams for SAFCOL. So that pack just got a little heavier.
Fine. Sit. Right. Use it.
Saldanha doing well to hold their own that time, making sure there's no penalty advantage coming, and Jurg Klaassen keeps his clearance in field. It's fallen into the welcoming arms of Jaden Lewis, who holds onto it this time. Lewis running it back at them, looking to make up for lost time there. He's brought to ground, and he does well to retain possession there in spite of the challenge from SAFCOL. Now it's Jonkers moving it wide, not much depth on this Saldanha Bay backline. The pass goes behind the back, but they still manage to move forward. Still with the ball in hand, it's Mikhail Hanser. Great clear out at ruck time, and Saldanha Bay all of a sudden dominating the play. Now they're coming forward, crossing the gain line at will. Man over the ball, but is he supporting his own body weight? He's on it, and is the turnover good from SAFCOL? You had it as the call, and he no longer has it. So surely it's got to be Saldanha ball. Jacobs waiting for it to show up. It's SAFCOL who get the ball back, and it's Ricardo Klaassen who fires it back, and SAFCOL that clear their lines. But there has been a change in the momentum of this match. The pendulum has swung firmly in Saldanha's favor, Mtunzi.
It sure has. It sure has. Open play turnovers conceded 15. That's why. And, you know, second real big opportunity for them to score in the past 4 minutes or so, Saldanha Bay. But they've got another opportunity here.
Contested line out time. Jacobs desperately gets it away to Jonkers. Jonkers, the pass into the midfield is mishandled. Knock on. Scrum SAFCOL. Bad news for Saldanha.
I'm not going to give you the penalty.
Yeah, it's under pressure. Fly out. Rodville Jonkers and Sam Juice Klaassen can't hold on to it. So getting it a little bit mixed up there. And all the pressure started at the line out. They did well to give it to Tiki Jacobs, who did incredible work to get it out wide. but they needed someone running nice and tight to get over the advantage line and set up the play.
Look at that scrum from SAFCOL. Surely the penalty is coming their way, and there it is. Saldanha Bay cannot find a way to fight the power up front. Here's Jurg Klaassen with the skip ball, giving a chance to his big backs to break a tackle. The inside ball is flipped into the arms of Henry Meintjes. Meintjes making ground upfield. The pass tough to handle, put down by Wei Nel in the number 23 jersey. Advantage over Saldanha Bay's line out in their own 22.
It's opened up. Man, what a finish to this game we're about to have. You can tell it's opened up now, both sides finding a lot of space on the pitch. Players a little bit tired, not being able to get there to close some of the holes.
One more.
Huge line out, and they change their approach this time around. They're going to have to fight to stay in field and get to ground without going out into touch. Brilliantly done by Saldanha Bay there. Tremendous work from the captain and his targeted line out time. Here is the big man who's been so hard at work. Wessa Boaster, the number 7, Wesley Adams. Under pressure, Rodville Boet Jonkers gets his kick away, but SAFCOL can counter-attack right away with Andon Mpumi. Quickly there to clear Ricardo Klaassen, and crucially so, finding a half gap to break through Ely Peters. Peters places it back perfectly, and Klaassen can get it free to Barnes. Barnes charging. SAFCOL looking dangerous now. A rare opportunity in the second half. The dummy, the gap, now 5 meters out. Can they retain composure? Cleared by Klaassen.
Decision time now. They've been in these positions. SAFCOL, they've scored a few times, but they've had 1 or 2 times where they haven't been able to get the try. Here's Robert Klaassen coming through the gap there. But that defense remains desperate. Saldanha Bay. Will they get another penalty try with their scrum? They do have fresh legs on the pitch.
A chance to take a breather. Lloyd Huchland, referee, who's taken great charge of this match, which is a highly charged match, with the fans in the stands making their feelings unequivocally clear at all times. Gleeling comes from the field. Geen Genade Gleeling comes from the field.
Yeah, gotta love some of these nicknames. He was huge. Samuel Geen Genade Gleeling in their first game. Played an integral part of trying to stop Gardens and making sure that they were penetrating on attack. And he's substituted by 25-year-old Jordan Murray. What a game it will be for him, especially in that inside center position.
Scrum time is where it starts for SAFCOL, and they have been obliterating their opposition. No penalty this time. They get it out, and it is Barnes at first receiver. Tremendous defensive pressure, and the crowd rises to meet that from Saldanha Bay as well. Their desperation cannot be questioned here today. Barnes with the pass away. He finds a hard-running Cameron Ulis. Barnes in at first receiver again, and now the runner is Ely Peters, the youngster at 21 years of age. There's Barnes again, feeding his outside backs, but there are no gaps for anybody right now. Barnes stopped, and once again Peters thrown back into position. SAFCOL, can they find a chink in the armor? Saldanha Bay continue with the blue wall. Cleared by Klaassen once more. He's been great. Barnes changes approach. Unsuccessful drop goal attempt.
Wow. Yeah, they backed themselves. Saldanha Bay, I mean, their captain, so inspiring with his speech after that game. For all those who doubted us, come play us, come see us now. And that's the kind of defense they're having here. Even at scrum time, they've already had a penalty try with their scrum.
For blood, then it's fine. Yeah, because it's blood anyway, so you can go off.
Referee Lloyd Hachland knowing that players will be taking chances to try and breathe, get a little bit of a breather. Just 10 minutes left now of this fixture. 4 points the difference. SAFCOL in the lead. But there's the next rugby star. They get them developed young out here. An opportunity to watch a tournament like this with players like Yuri Klaassen, a couple of Boland Cavaliers players, some previous Lions Curry Cup players. And doesn't matter your size, we've seen players do big things regardless of their size. Ronaldo Brown, a great example of that.
Here comes Tiki.
No, he's fine. He's fine, there's nothing.
Right back 10, we're going to go for another free kick there. Saldanha Bay would do well to tap and go here, and they do just that with DJ Karazin. Oh, he almost got through there. Good tackle, finished off in the end by El Zain Philander. Saldanha Bay, how do they approach this? The final 10 minutes now, trailing by the 4 points. Do they keep the ball in hand or go for field position? Playing it on the ground. The referee is loving this game as much as we are, but not as much as they're hating it right now. The life of a referee
must be really tough here. I mean, you've got screams coming from SAFCOL and Saldanha Bay. But referee Lloyd Hachland handled this game wonderfully. Listen to the boos.
At club rugby level, we can call them the beautiful boos because they happen everywhere. It's just a part of the pantomime.
100%. I mean, Zoe Nodia actually did really well, the touch judge. She's been under a world of pressure being this close to the stands.
Another tremendous contested line-out time from SAFCOL, followed by a knock-on. Spotted by Zoe Nordier, and it's going to be a knock first from Saldanha Bay. No, it's from SAFCOL. The drama continues. Scrum Saldanha. By the way, I was watching that match on the first day when Zoe Nordier got bounced. Wholehearted. Looked like the player targeted. It was tremendous physicality from the referee.
So knock-on is right here.
Yeah, I think Zoe Nordier can definitely take a hit. In fact, it was one of the players, I think it was a Saldanha Bay player who went down instead of her. So, being a rugby player herself before, take a knock or two, and she'll know everything about being under pressure and the pressure of the fans.
Sit.
Here it comes from Tiki Jacobs. He wants to get it out quickly. It's erupting in the middle of that scrum. Buta with the off. Oh boy, that's a big hit. Strong shoulder into the gut. Jacobs feeds. Good quick ball for Saldanha Bay. And guess who? It's Wesley Adams again. Jacobs with the quick ball, this time to Van Rooyen. Saldanha Bay with the consistency in possession is looking far better here in the second 40 minutes as Marais takes it to ground. Here's Jacobs. Another substitution waits. Jacobs delays his pass, a bit of indecision from one and all. And Brody Goddard, aka Retallick, takes it into contact. Tiki Jacobs away to Buta Jonkers. Oh, it's been ripped in the midst of an attempted bounce. Too high. 3 points won't do. Which way do they go, Mtunzi?
So it doesn't play has been good thus far. Okay, now I take us decrease, now I'll pop that away, okay? Yeah, sort it out quickly.
A team warning Mtunzi, but right now...
6 minuten oor. 6. Ja. Alle, wat? Okay, okay.
They know. She wants it in the corner.
They're the real coaches out.
Yeah.
And you better listen to them as well, post up.
Because you'll be answering them tonight, Mtunzi.
Incredible scenes. That's how tight it is. 6 minutes left. Do we take the polls or still be down 1 point? Or do we go for the big W right here, right now?
This is the way that rugby is supposed to feel. And it does every time at Easter in these parts of the world. The line out just about successful for Saldanha Bay. Can they get this ball to ground? It's a tackle and he must be released. SAFCOL trying to get hands on that ball. Jacobs gets it away. It's a massive opportunity for Saldanha Bay. They have been driven backwards in the tackle. And now getting desperate, the tackle called again. SAFCOL hunting it on the ground, and they've done so successfully. Tap and go in the midst of that bedlam by Ely Peters. No advantage, so everybody back at 10 meters. And does SAFCOL want to be running this ball from this position on the field, not back 10 meters? So sweet relief for the team in green.
Incredible defense from SAFCOL. Saldanha Bay needed to keep it tight, needed to keep it direct. They were 5 meters out from the try line, but an incredible defensive effort. Look at Perry Malchas here. First he holds him up, listens to the referee, then he goes for the ball. He is the first man in. I don't know if there's enough space there with the tackler release, but my goodness, when you're that strong over the ball, give the man a reward. Perry Malchas.
But of course, after watching so much professional rugby, there is a refreshing feeling to the referee's whistle being final. When he says try, you can go wild.
Then make sure we bring him down.
The big heavy pack of SAFCOL with those tactical substitutions made about halfway through the second half has refreshed them and kept them in the hunt. But can they go all the way till the end? Because Saldanha Bay seem to be bringing the tempo in the second period of this match. There's less than 5 to play. It's all on the line. Crucial line out field. Feed there, and it's taken in by Cameron Julius on the drift. Ricardo Klaassen gets it away, and SAFCOL have a rare attacking opportunity. That's going to be a forward pass. Had to catch it himself, did Gustav Marman.
Oh, what a game. Oh, what a game, Paul Stubbs. 3.5 minutes left. There the coaches, nail-biting stuff. I mean, come on. What must be going through her mind right now? Got a little bit of a short side to play on there as well, stacking the back line nicely.
But you just came on. You can go something again. Right? I'm just telling you. Crouch. Crouch. Fine. Sit.
Jacobs feeds, desperately getting it out the back of that scrum on Saldanha Bay, and Jacobs has done incredibly well under the circumstances to get that away. Sam Juice Klaassen on the run now. And the collection of Klaassens continue to make their impact on this match. Jacobs gets it away. Less than 3 minutes to play. They're behind their own halfway line, but Saldanha Bay are full of confidence all the same. Almost breaking that first tackle, after which there may have been trouble. There's a man clearly on the ball. We can all see him. It's Ely Peters. He's done it again. Oh, boy, was that cynical. Now it's SAFCOL on the attack. The kick over the top comes from Menkes. Menkes is asking the question on the outside. Easily covered by DJ Karazin. But this could be a big one. They could take the match away with a penalty here. Ooh, Mchinzi.
Yeah, just what an injection of pace. I don't know where they've found the energy, but they've dug deep. SAFCOL on defense and attack. Brilliant play from Ely Peters, catching Saldanha Bay napping. There's the hand as well, so they've got the penalty advantage here. And they've decided to go for post. And I can tell you what, Yuri Klaassen, Opayura, as he's known in these parts, has had many a kick like this. Minute and a half on the board. He's done it at junior levels for the Lions and the Blue Bulls. He's the right man for the job. This is going to be a restart still. I think pretty much to win the game, unless Saldanha Bay can score a try and convert. That will equalize if he gets it.
Jurek, pure class, Klaassen does it for SAFCOL. He puts the final nail in the coffin of the host team. Saldanha Bay with 1 minute to play, trail by 7 points, so they might just draw it level.
You never know with this team. They scored in the 81st minute against Gardens to win. You never know.
Concerned faces of the home team on the touchlines. Not as concerned as the coaches in the stands, of course. Jakob sends it high. 30 seconds left in this rugby match. El Zain Philander, aka Busto, takes it in. What an impact the number 20 has made, Ricardo Klaassen. And Roscoe sends it skyward. Saldanha Bay have a chance to field this ball. And that's what pressure can do to a youngster.
Yeah, I was about to say, Paul Stubbs, that wasn't the right option. Rather just keep it with the forwards, have one or two pots, clean it up, because you don't want to kick it to TJ Corizon and Jaden Lewis. But I will say this about the youngsters. Still have a lot to learn. They've been so impressive. They've had some magical moments, TJ Corizon and JD Lewis. And they'll definitely grow from this experience. So glad that head coach Randall Julies believed in them. Nothing in it. Could have gone either way this game. Still a scrum though. Haven't had much momentum at scrum time. Saldanha Bay, can they do it on the last minute like they did against Gardens?
Sit. I got the advantage for you.
Advantage at scrum time for SAFCOL. They get it done with the set piece and able to run this one dead and kick it into touch to send the SAFCOL supporters into bedlam. What a performance from the side in green. They are the reigning, defending champions of the Saldanha Bay Easter Cup, and they'll be in the final in back-to-back years. And they deserve it, Mtunzi. They deserve it.
Yeah, they found some incredible motivation towards the end of that game. I'm not sure where the injection came from, but they needed it because Divan Joshua, Normie, Noakes' boys were coming for it. They finished, they played with so much heart. Incredible defense as well. You can see how disappointed Yosa is. Where's Bauster? Adams was incredible. They had some moments, they really did, Saldanha Bay, but nothing much in it. SAFCOL controlling the game really nicely. That conversion from Yuri Klaassen, top notch. He was so good at the general, but they gave the crowd something wonderful to entertain them, and the festivities will continue long into the night.
Long into the night indeed, and they don't have to go far to join them. The fan park just to the right. There's the head coach of the team, really, the one that will be there asking questions of these players after the play today. Of course, one more game coming the way of all of these teams. One more day of a festival of rugby, and one of those matches on that day on Monday will be the final, and one of the teams in that final will be SAFCOL, victorious here over the hosts Saldanha Bay by 29 points to 22. Let's take a look at how it all went down today. The big man on the run, Benjamin Dwai, setting up that try.
Incredible hands. Mola Miller to put it away. It was confusing stuff from the human truck, Benji Dwai. But they were on form, and with this man playing, stepping and dancing into the vacuum. The turn of pace, but the skill to finish, top notch. The 22-year-old Yuri Klaassen, teenage sensation, did it for SAFCOL. But they didn't stop trying. Huge pass from Hansa there. Switch this time works perfectly. And the youngster puts away Weza Bauster. Adams with the finish.
What a game he turned out to have, Adams. A couple of handling errors early on, and he looked to be having a difficult one. Then he made a big impact, and that try was at the heart of it. But this scrum of SAFCOL, this is the entire story of the game. Where's the referee going? Straight under the post, no conversion needed. And what was the difference between the two sides in the end? 7 points. There they are.
Yeah, huge shift from Tigo, Ralph Dwai, the 40-year-old. But like I said, through Tiki Jacobs, they never stop. Incredible pass. Great hands that time from JD Lewis to put away DJ Corizon. That combo, watch out for it in future. 19-year-old and 20-year-old. So much talent. But there he is, scoring as well. Ralph Tigo Dwai, the 40-year-old, deserved it. It was his scrummaging that put them in the lead and gave them that platform. Let's take a look at some of those match stats. Handling errors were pretty